Da-da-da-da. Hello. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Well, hello there, little Netherlings. Well, hi. Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck? Wait a minute. Here I am. Wait a minute. Hey, Netherlings. How goes it? Welcome. Get on in here. Get comfy. Get cozy. Hi. We're back again. I know. What are the chances, right? Zani Doko. Nah. Zani no. Zani Coco. Zanny's here. There he is. There we go. Hey. How goes it, my cute little Netherlings? How goes? We've had a busy day, right? It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? It's been a hot minute. Right. Oh goodness. Hi, Zanny and Netherlings. Hi, Netherlings. Hi there. How goes? You're amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Honestly. It was really good. I had such a lovely time. It was very nice getting to do that with Ryza. You know, how do you still have so much energy after that? Would you believe the Incubus keeps going? And also, this. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's a milk carton full of coffee. Black coffee, to be precise. It's a milk carton full of black coffee. Oh, goodness. Again, I bought like 5. Listen, they were only like 200 yen each, so I bought like 5 milk cartons full of black coffee. So, you know, that's great. It's the level of coffee you require. Yeah, you know, it's good. Energize Incubus. Yeah, exactly. You did so great last night. Loved you as the host during the game show segment. Thank you. No, it was really good. I had to slide in as like a game show host last minute because like there was a little bit of shuffling, and some of the stuff I was gonna do like before ended up getting like shuffled back a little bit. You'll get it a little bit down the ways, but don't worry. Like it's all good. You're gonna get some extra stuff a little bit down the ways, but no, I had to slot in kind of like last minute. I only got to like step up as host like yesterday, so that was why I was like so tired yesterday, the day before, because I was like running around. I was like, shit, I gotta make this fucking work. Like the day I had to get it was like the day I got the game show stuff and had to like run through everything and like learn it all was the same day I had to move hotels. So literally like it was crazy. I had to wake up at like 4 a.m, pack everything to leave, check out of the hotel, like, you know, leave my stuff at the hotel, go rehearse, like learn the whole segment, go back, move from the hotel to like my new hotel, learn the rest of the segment, go back again, do the other bit of rehearsal, like carry my bags and everything. I had to like carry my case for like a few blocks as well, because they dropped me off in the wrong bit of the city, and I was like, oh no, because like I didn't realize that, like, you know, crazy thing about Tokyo, a bunch of the districts are named like really similar things. So like, you know, you'll get like bits of the city that are named almost adjacent things that are like right next to each other. So like if you're a foreigner and you're saying to a little guy on like a taxi or something, and you're like, oh yes, I'd like to go to I don't know, Tara something, and they're like, oh, you want to go to Hara something, and I'm like, yes, that's what I said. Hey, it's so cool, and thank you for the haka chaka, darling. Give me but a moment. Thank you so much. Did you guys like? Thank you so much. Did you guys like me as like a game show host though? Did you guys like me like sprinting around as a game show host? I think I did quite well, considering, you know, they needed a little bit of sparkle. I think I slotted in really nicely to like hosting a segment, which was really cool. You know, I loved it. Yeah, no. Like honestly, I felt like I don't know. I liked putting in the energy. You know, the energy fits, and obviously you got a little bit of cosmic desire as well. I made sure that you could get a little cosmic desire. You got some cosmic desire. You got some blaze lust. You know, Hell, it was really good. You even got to see a little bit of like me, Lucy, and Cass hitting like a little like trio bit during the intro song, which was pretty fucking fire, if you ask me. You know, it was pretty nice. You got to see like some stuff that you don't normally do, which was kind of cute. Host Brent, well, I mean, I am the host of Club Netherbrand. You gotta have the energy for it, you know. But I'm also not quite done yet. I'm letting you know that now. I'm not quite done yet. Not quite done yet. I've got some stuff down the way. This was a taste. This was a taste of what I've got in store for you this year. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, I told you all at the beginning of the year that I was not going to be getting fucking lackadaisical with the way that I was doing things. Okay, I told you all at the beginning of the year that I wasn't done. I told you all, just because it's the start of year 2, I know, a lot of VTubers tend to fall into a rhythm when they hit 2 years. They tend to turn around, they tend to relax a little bit, they tend to kind of like fall into a nice little thing, right? So, you know, I'm not quite done yet with that. I'm not quite done, okay? There's still more for me to do. And there's more coming this year. And there's stuff coming this year that you're not going to expect sooner than you think as well, right? Because, like, not gonna lie, I hate the idea of, like, falling into a typecast. I hate the idea of, like, being something that's predictable. And I don't think I want to be predictable. And I think you guys deserve better than a predictable Incubus. So, buckle the fuck up, because we're not quite done yet. In fact, I wouldn't even say the summer's half done yet. The summer's not a quarter done yet. The summer's no, this is like the gunshot at the beginning of the summer. The race has just started. So, hold on tight, you know, hold on very, very tight. Although the only thing he's doing is serving. Okay, did you like my hips though? Did you like my hips? Did you like my hips? Did you? Do you like my hips? I saw a bunch of you perverts, you perverted little jellies on Twitter taking very, very close shots of my hips. I also saw what happened in the chat when that lewd camera operator panned down my body to where my waist was when we were talking about where to attach the pedometers. Okay, there was a lingering shot of my womb tattoo. Okay, there was a lingering shot of my tattoo. Did you all see the lingering shot of the tattoo? Thank God I'm safe. You might be safe, but Ryzar isn't. Oh no. Oh, I really embarrassed myself in front of Rai after the concert. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, I really embarrassed myself in front of Rai after the concert. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Like, okay. Okay, I actually like shriveled up into a ball and deleted myself. Oh no. Oh no, like, I kid you not. Okay, so after the concert was done, right? Rai and I were like, Rai was like, I need to stop by a store and pick up like a new shirt. And I was like, okay, that's fine, right? That's fine. So we went by a little clothing store, right? And I was like, do you come here often? He's like, yeah, this is like one of my go-to like chains of store. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I like this one too. So we were walking around, and like I got myself a little vest as well. And we were just kind of walking around, and like we went to the section with like scents, right? Where, you know, there's the colognes. And I was sampling the colognes because I walked off from Briar and I was just sampling the colognes myself, right? And I was like, and I stopped by this one, and I sprayed it, and I was going through one by one. I was like, don't like that one, don't like that one, don't like that one, don't like that one. And then there was one that I found that I really, really, really liked. Like, I really, really, really liked it, right? So I sprayed it a couple of times on one of the little test strips, and I smelled it, and I really, really liked it. So I walked over to Rai, and I was like, Rai, can I get your opinion on this scent? I really, really like it, but I want to know what you think. So he was like, okay. So we walk over, and he was like, which one is it? And I'm like, this one here. And he goes, that one there? The one in the black bottle? And I'm like, yeah, the one in the black bottle. And he's like, that one right there, this one. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, the one, like, and he sprays a bit, and I'm like, you know, that smells like this. And I'm like, yeah. Then he's like, you like it? And I'm like, yeah, I really, really like it. I think it's like really, really good. Like I really like the smell of it. And Rai looks me dead in the eye and he goes, "That's the cologne I wear." Oh God. Oh God. He's like, "That's the cologne I wear." Oh God. And I was like, "Oh no. Oh no." He's like, "That's the cologne I wear." And I was like, "Oh God." And he was like, "You really like that scent?" And I'm like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up." And he's like, "No, you don't have to leave it if you like it." And I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. I refuse to turn up to like the FSP building smelling of him. No." No. And he's like, "Oh, so you're scent trained now." And I'm like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up." Shut up. I'm not, okay? I just like the smell. He's like, "Oh, you're scent trained." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "You were able to pick out my scent from a lineup." And I was like, "No, I wasn't. Shut up." No, it was terrible. It was terrible. I really like this. It's never letting you live that down. I literally like walked off and I was like making my way to the rest. She's like, "Oh, yes," and I'm, "Shut up, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, shut up, I'm leaving." I'm sorry, but that's so adorable. I hate it. I picked out his scent in a lineup. That's terrible. That's actually awful. And I didn't even know it was his. I was like, "Oh, I really, really like this one." And I was like, "Oh, no." Oh no. The fact that we got to do ASO and then the next thing I do is pick out his... I need my coffee. Where's my coffee? I need that. I just... We do the silly Vocaloid song about sex and then I pick out his scent in a lineup. Oh God, that gave me tingles. How cute it is. I am the cutest boy. I am the cutest boy. I'm taking the title of the cutest boy. That's my answer. My days. And historically, they were best friends. I'm dying. I'm dying that happened. I can't even. I can't. My days. Oh goodness. And of course, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you very, very much for the akachaka yet again, darling. A big mwah to you. Hello, Zanny. How are you? Have a great day. Mwah. You sang very well. Teehee, love you. And Zatsu. Hey, why, thank you, darling. I'm not done singing just yet, though, by the way. There's more stuff coming. I was going to have like a few more little things going on there. They were a little singy-songy, but they did need to get bounced back. But we're not done yet. Like, that just means I got some stuff that's in the oven, right? I got some stuff that's still cooling off. So, teehee. Teehee. I'm not doing the thing. I'm not done doing the thing. Oh, it's a ship name. Ah. Oh God. Oh God, I died. Did you get the cologne or no? No! I threw the testing strip at Rai and walked off. No, I threw the testing strip at Rai, told him to shut up and ran away towards the register. Why would I buy it? Why would I buy it? That's like saying I want him to scent mark me. No. Listen. I mean, why not? So Zander, okay, but like, yeah, I did really, really like it, but that's not the point. Shut up. Shut up. That's not the point. Yes, I really, really liked it, but also, I refuse to give him the satisfaction, alright? Right, okay? Like, I refuse to give 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 the satisfaction of knowing that, like, his scent is like, that somehow his scent got into my subconscious. I won't let him have that, okay? Like, no. No. So you're an Omega? Yes, but like, I'm a... Rai, such a brat. Shut up, Rai. Shut up or I'll say about the present you got me. Shut up. Shut up or I'll out the present you got me. Rai spawn camp, literally just me turning up at Rai. Do it. I'll fucking do it. I dare you. Okay. I'll fucking do it. All right. Hey guys, you want to know what gift Rai got me after not seeing me for like half a year? You want to know? So, you want to know what Rai gives me after not seeing me for a year? Like, what he got me? Fine. He got me a fucking Tenga. He got me a Tenga. The fucking little, yeah, one of those. He got me a fucking adult toy. Right, yeah, gives me an adult toy, doesn't see me for 6 months, gives me an adult toy and says, think of me when you use this. And I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. My days. Wheezing. Oh god. Oh god. My days. See? This is what not shocked, but still. The allegations. Wild out. This is what I have to deal with Rai. Alright, he's constantly... This is what I have to deal with. Oh, goodness. Placeless fans are eating a feast tonight. My days. Bryce Hall's got game. That's not game! You don't hand... No, that's not game. Handing a sex toy to someone and then going, think of me when you use this is not game. That's a way to leave them perplexed. Okay? That's not. I love how, like... Okay, so his big transformation to 2.0 is now just he's more aggressively flirting with me. Okay? That's the change. The 1.0 to 2.0 is he's gone from, like, golden retriever to panther. That's the difference. Okay? That's the difference. He's gone from being like a golden retriever to being a panther. And I'm like, why is this happening? He's rizzing you up. I feel it, right? He's flirty now. Like, I would like to say, by the way, I am still a strong, independent incubus, by the way. Okay, I'm still fending him off. I still have my own harem. It's just he's the most persistent one. Oh, goodness. Right? The Mafia idol look equals more verbal sex. My days. Sure. That's fine. I'll go see Ash. I'll go see 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻. It's fine. I'll go see Vane and Haka. All of them at once. I'll even recruit some new people. Where's Vanta? Oh, goodness gracious me. You're adorable when you're flustered. This is terrible. Like, shut up. Shut up. I hope you guys enjoyed the concert. And of course, speaking of, I do hope you guys enjoyed the 𝓂𝓸𝓼 duet. It was really amazing getting to work with Rai. I don't know if he's still lurking around, but like, it was really amazing getting to work with Rai. The fact that like we pulled what we pulled together really quickly as well, and like it ended up just hitting so hard. I feel like when Rai and I are together, like it's it's such a like quality over quantity thing where just like a little drop of the two of us goes so far. It's like when you got like concentrated juice, you know, where like you put a little drop of concentrate in and it like adds a different flavor to the whole glass. It was really nice. Honestly, that and just like getting to be around as well. Like I said, like having to have some stuff shuffled back and then also at the same time stepping into like emceeing the game show was like a heckin' cool thing, you know. Your Japanese improved so much. I'm proud of you, Zanny. I tried my damnedest. Honestly, like one of the things that's really helped is like I've gotten a lot more dyslexia support at FSP since like we first started. So when it comes to like changing the what's it called, when it comes to like simplifying the romanization of like the words so I can actually like understand and read them, it's kind of a thing where that was the biggest barrier that I had to doing these songs, because obviously like, you know, I would have to it was kind of really difficult for the romanization, and like now that there's that like layer of support there that I didn't have before, because it used to be that like 𝓸𝓼 used to sit with me and like go through really, really slowly together like each thing, and like now it's like I have like a couple managers that like are able to do that and walk through and like chop down some of the romanization stuff for me and like simplify it and kind of break it down to like phonetics as well as I go. It's definitely a thing where like I understand what I'm doing as much now, and now 𝓸𝓼 doesn't have to like spend his time focusing on like helping me with something that's really basic, and instead it's that we get to sit and like talk through the emotion of the piece and kind of balance out what's going to be there, you know. So yeah, no, it's really good, and it feels like this is the step in the direction that I wish we'd taken years ago. Like, I know that FSP is a small company, but I'm really glad that we've hit the point now as a company where like the kind of support that allows me to get more involved in these projects is being offered, because it really does mean a lot. And you know, it's something where like you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, it simply wasn't possible, but now it opens like a really big door for me that I can now give you guys maybe more music, more songs, more stuff in Japanese, more stuff in other languages, without having to necessarily rely on like everyone else, you know, or like having to be like, 𝓸𝓼, can you help me read? You know. I know it sounds like a really small thing, but again, even just like having a manager that can sit down and go through the romanizations with me and like chop out the stuff where they're like, oh, that doesn't make any sense for someone to read, like, you know, it really does mean a lot, and it's something that I feel like I've been waiting for, and I'm so glad it's finally here, you know. I'm so glad it's finally here. This was just a little taste, because obviously like the support is still very, very recent. But it was just a little taster of like what could be there and what can be there and what is going to be there going forward. So it's very, very cool. It's very, very cool. And you know, I don't really plan on stopping. I don't want to just do stuff with 𝓸𝓼. I want to reach out and see if I can do more things, more people, more everything, you know. Hell, you guys might know some of the talents I have a little bit of a soft spot for, you know, tee-hee. Some of you might know individuals I have particular soft spots for, so who knows, maybe, just maybe, we'll have to see whether or not anyone can be gently persuaded to play with an Incubus just a little bit, you know. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. Oh goodness. So yeah, no, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy. That, and I felt like I really got to like I shouldn't say this, but I feel like I really got to shine when, like, you know, not just with the 𝓸𝓼 stuff, but also getting to host like the game show segment as well, you know, like getting to spend time with like Nayu doing our little duo thing again, and like as well as like, you know, getting to actually like run around and use the energy that I have for something that like got the audience up on their feet was something that was really nice. And you know, don't get me wrong, normally I'm like, why the fuck is there a game show segment in a concert? Like, for the last 2 years I've always been like, why the fuck is there a game show segment in a concert? I thought a concert was like music. Why do we have like a game show segment? Why do we have this? But now I'm like, wait a minute, I get this now. Wait a heckin' second. Oh goodness. But yeah, no, it was really nice getting to be a host of something. And yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It was really, really good. We need the game show segments. We need it. I have a mighty need. But yeah, it was really nice. Your body language, by the way, you're serving. Thank you. Do you like it? Do you like it? My hips don't lie. They actually whisper eldritch secrets to lesser men that drive them to madness. Oh, goodness. The difference between a raccoon and a tanuki. That was Japanese xenophobia. I'm not sure how, but it was. Okay, I don't know how that was xenophobic, but it was. Okay. Okay. I was fucking robbed. I was robbed. I didn't even know what a tanuki was. I just know they were the things out of the Studio Ghibli movie that turn their junk into different things. My days. Rigged. Absolutely rigged. This is what they do. They separate me from Avalon, get me to host, and then bring me in for like the last one, and then rig it. That's what they do. They get me to host, and then when they bring me back in, they rig it so it's a loss. I'm telling you, right? It's a conspiracy. My days. I should have gone for luck. I should have put it all on Lady Luck. I should have. I was debating it in my mind at the time. I was literally like, do I go brains or luck? And I was like, oh, brains makes sense because it's like, you know, like a challenge. But then like, if I'm like, my relationship with Lady Luck is a little bit toxic. So, you know, it's that classic thing where like, sometimes you'll wake up to gentle kisses on your forehead and sometimes you'll wake up to like a scalding hot saucepan full of water mixed with sugar, you know? So, you know, I was like, do I trust Lady Luck to not, like, bludgeon me today? Experience speaking? Never. I'm an innocent boyo. They were getting revenge for not bleeping out the Tyrannosaurus sex. Yeah, that got, ain't that the censorship in a nutshell? We can all sit round in a circle. We can circle jerk on one of those, but we can't say the word sex. Yup. Yup. We can circle jerk, but we can't say sex. We can say fuck and shit and cunt and all of that live, but we can't say sex. Yup. We can circle jerk. My days. To be fair, the censored word in the song is actually come. Okay, but low-key though, right? I'll be so real with you. Don't tell anyone I told you, but like the JP side thinks I'm a little bit of a dirty slut because I'm an incubus. Like, not even gonna lie. High key. Like, it's actually a thing. It's a thing. So I think they've got a little bit too attached to like what I am instead of who I am, because like sometimes they think I'm like a right little dirty slut. So like, when I first started at FSP, Diamane called me in bed one evening because it was like 2 a.m. right? And so I was like, I picked up like the phone because it was doing some stuff that was like a little bit post debut. I think it must have been like April or May, right? And I picked up the phone because I was in bed. It was like 2 a.m. you know, and I was like, good morning. I was like, hey, what's up? And you know, obviously Diamane was like, Zanny, what the, you know, can you come to a meeting right now? There's a last minute meeting. It's an emergency. And I'm like, sure, give me a second. I just gotta get up. And immediately Diamane like hears the sheets and goes, are you in bed with someone? I was like, no, Diamane, it's 2 a.m. I'm in bed alone. Oh god. I was like, no, I'm in bed alone. Do you want a panic? It's like, no, we can leave you alone if you're in bed with someone. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Why would you even answer the phone when you're in bed? I mean, sometimes you just got to take a business call when you're in bed. You know, you got to be doing your thing. You know, something. You got to be like that video of the praying mantis. You know, have you guys seen the video of the praying mantis? The one that's like having sex with the female, but the female's not biting his head off, and like he's in the in charge position. Have you seen that? Like, okay, there's like a video of like a praying mantis, right? And he's like behind the because you know the praying mantis is usually the female eats the male after they have sex, right? But like for some reason, there's like this video of the praying mantis where the male praying mantis is like behind the female one, and he's got like he's doing his thing, and you can see like the little thrusting of like his abdomen, right? You can see the little thrusting going on, but he's got one of his little like praying mantis legs like on her back, so he's like put his like little praying mantis foot down on like her back, and like his little forearm little one is every time she like shuffles a little bit, he like smacks the like backside of her. He like does like the little smack every now and then. And like everyone's like, oh, that's the praying mantis that survives. That's the male that survives the praying mantis. That's the male that survives. And I was like, I mean, send that to Q. I don't know what this has to do with the conversation, actually. I just brought up praying mantises. But long story short, right? There, I can't match that energy, okay? I'm not answering the phone in those circumstances. That's my long and short of it is I don't have that kind of energy. If you know, I can't answer the phone under those circumstances. How did we get here? ADHD. Anyway, I got some roses to read through and then to loop back to the pre-chat. give me a second. 5 days. You can slap someone while on the phone. I can slap someone while I'm on the phone, but I don't think I could have sex while on the phone. That's my answer. Oh, goodness. Anyway. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you very much for the rose, darling. 𝔂𝓸𝓼𝓽, thank you for the rose. It's 𝓱𝓸𝓾𝓻 as well. 𝓱𝓸𝓾, thank you for the rose. 𝔂𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you for the 5 gifted jellies. Thank you very, very much. And a big mwah to you. Wizardly Magics, thank you for the rose. 𝓂𝓻, thank you for the... Oh, here we go. I'm gonna wrap this, guys. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. It's time. It's time. Whistling Match, thank you very much for the rose. Gotcha, thank you very much for the rose. Hyde, thank you for the rose. Pez, thank you for the rose. Lemon Mama, thank you for the rose. Mama the lemons. Amanda's not here. Do not perceive me, thank you very much for the rose. 𝓱𝓸𝓼𝓽, thank you for the rose. Philly Lovelace, thank you for the rose. Necroyasha, thank you very much for the rose. Alongside Cecilia, thank you very much for the rose. Genesis Zora, thank you for the rose. And of course, Katie Jane 8, thank you very, very much for the rose. And the 5th ever super chat on a live stream. So let's say, thank you very much for the rose. And of course, Aisha Neko, thank you very much for the rose. Bun Moe, lovely to see you yet again. Thank you very much for the rose, you big heckin' sweetie. Alongside 6 Cats in a Trench Coat, thank you very much for the rose. And of course, that was your 10th ever super on a live stream. So a big mwah to you, of course. Thank you very much, darling. Alongside Antoinette. Antoinette, thank you very, very much for the rose. And there we go. Those are the roses. Teehee. I hope you guys don't mind me saying them fast. It's like a bunch, and I always like saying them really fast. It's like a little challenge, you know? It's like a funny little challenge. Also, by the way, by the way, I saw what you guys did in the free chat, by the way. I saw what you guys did. I see some of you learnt your lesson from last time. And by some of you, I mean, I see my Netherlings have passed along the sacred teachings. I see the Netherlings has passed along the sacred teachings. What? Don't act like you weren't there, right? I see the sacred teachings were passed along from one to another, from wire to wire. You saw nothing? Nah. Don't play with me, all right? The ancient texts were like, hey, so like this is how we slide it, by the way, guys. Hey, so this is like what we do on concert days, by the way. BT dubs. The 𝓂𝓾𝓻. The 𝓂𝓾𝓻, right? Well, either way, ancient jelly lore was passed on from one to the next. Jelly lore was passed on. We didn't do shit. Yes, you did. Yeah, yes, you did. Arson. Yeah, I saw... You guys are so fucking loud. Like, I mean this in the nicest and most praising... I'm praising you guys so much. You guys are so fucking loud. Like, literally, during the concert, it was immediately like, Incubus! Every time I waddled my ass on stage, it was Incubus! Bangs pots and pans together, fire emojis in chat, Incubus! Gotta support the Incubus somehow. True. Immediately just fire, Incubus. Burn the stage. But hearts ablaze? That sounds like arson to me, Netherlings. We're just cheering for our faves. Hey, I'm glad that I can slide in as a fave. It's a privilege. It's a genuine privilege. Are we not meant to support Incubus? It was just really, really cute. And I was like, look at my Netherlings. I get why they're terrifying. I get why management sometimes are like, Zander, make sure that they're like good. They're like, Zander, just make sure that like, be careful. Just make sure they're good, yeah? Just be careful, okay? Just want to make sure that they're all good. Are they chilling? They chilling, right? they chillin'. We cannot be contained. Like, you can control us. I like to think that just me keeping you fed is the closest thing I can do, you know? I keep the Netherlings fed and entertained, and they'll remain kind of the closest thing to behaved, you know? It's that thing. You guys will rock back and forth and be like placated as long as you're well fed and you get your vitamin N, you know? Oh, no, vitamin Z. Sorry, vitamin Z. Like, they think you're in charge. No, I'm just a caretaker. Like, I'm not in charge of you guys. I'm just a caretaker. It's kind of the thing where I know the routine to keep you guys not setting things on fire and blowing stuff up. It's not that I'm in charge. I just know what to do. I just know what the triggers are. It's that thing where, like, you guys are like magpies that brought a shiny Incubus back to the nest. And now I'm just sort of like, well, I know how not to set them off, and they seem to have a fascination with me. So let's just keep going with this. Oh, goodness. No vitamin N for Netherbrand. We need it, right? Listen, I haven't... The amount of times I've seen, like, this individual is not on the Netherling approved list of yawiable individuals, okay? They have to submit a written report to the Jelly Council. The Jelly Council must receive its written report, it must be notarized, and it must be at least 2 weeks of notice before you're attempting yaoi license with the Incubus. If you have not followed the procedures, then you will have the legalings sending you a cease and desist letter immediately with imminent consequences. Please know that we will not hold back. Please know that consequences may include bonking. Please know that consequences will include arson. Probably while you're asleep. We have rules for this arson, not you guys being like, cease and desist order. Give back the lap, Nayu. Oh, goodness. Although it was really... I'm just saying, when I was kneeling down and I turned and I suddenly went face to face with Nayu's waist, that was an interesting moment. That was a very interesting moment while I was hosting. I seemed to keep ending up in situations where I was either at ass or waist level with people. I don't know if anyone spotted me sort of like kneeling down for a moment and then like suddenly I look to the right and suddenly I'm like, oh, hello. Oh, good. The 6-7 bit killed me. I would like to say that the 67 thing was not a bit. That was actually what, like, the pedometer came back as. Like, you guys know I wouldn't do that for a bit. It actually came back as 67 shakes in that time. And I was like, no. Oh, no. I saw it and I was like, oh, dear. Oh, what is this? Oh, my lord. My days. My goodness. My damn. My goodness gracious me. My goodness gracious me. Oh, goodness. But no, like, just from the moment of walking out and just yelling for my Netherlings to make some noise, like, I don't know. It's the same as always, you know? It's a dozen sets of tiny footsteps that have got me this far, and it's the Netherlings carrying me, you know? Like, it's dozens of little sets of tiny footsteps, and it's the Netherlings carrying me this far, you know? I don't have more to give you than that, or I don't have more to give you than everything that I am, and I guess the promise of everything I could be, but, you know, it didn't feel right if I didn't, like, say hi to you guys at the very beginning, you know? There's more coming for you, I promise. There is more coming for you. This was a little taster. This was a little taster. This was me hitting you with, like, let's say that was like 50%. I've got double that kind of gas in the tank. I got double that kind of gas in the tank. I want you guys to know that. I have double the gas in the tank. I'm not done. There is much more before the end of the year. And there is much, much more before the end of the summer. That is like... just for reference, right? Just for reference. And I want you guys to, like, have, like, a little nudge with this, right? The last almost year and a half, right? The last, like, long while, honestly, like, this is the first time in FSP that I've had a stable manager. This is the first time in FSP that I've had dyslexia support. This is the first time in FSP that I've actually had, like, support with translation. This is the first time in FSP that I actually have a direct line to, like, some of the bigwigs, like some of the bigwigs in FSP, right? This is the first time in FSP where I've had all of these resources and they've all come together in the space of probably the last, like, month, right? Like, feel like this is that fucking bit in Naruto where Rock Lee's about to take his fucking training weights off. You know the bit that I'm talking about? I feel like I'm taking the fucking training weights off, okay? I'm like, damn, this has been pretty difficult. Better take my leg weights off now. You know? It's like, oh, I think it's time to take my leg weights off. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh, goodness. Let's open those doors. Fuck that. Let's kick them in. I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting. I waited 2 fucking years for this. We're done waiting for doors to open. We're kicking them the fuck in. That's my answer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No. We're not waiting for doors to open anymore. We're done with that, all right? Rai and I got some stuff in the works, okay? You know that that's gonna happen. Rai and I are, like, 1,000,000% on the same page. It also helps that, like, and I'm gonna sorry if this is a little spoiler here, but this is kind of a little nudge to you guys as well. Zane Mane also manages Rai. We share, we are both under Zane Mane. So, yeah. Yeah, buckle the fuck up, bitches. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Zan Mane split between the two of us. So buckle the fuck up. We are not ready. This is juicy news. This is juicy news. Netherzor's slurping this news. Netherzor's being like, Indeed. Jellies, we are gonna be fat after this. The famine times are over. All right? This little one was the sign that the famine times are ending, all right? Anything that you thought that, like, we were doing up until now? Blaze Mane. Oh, that's kind of hot, though. Blaze Mane? Wait a minute. Blaze Lost Mane. BL Mane. Wait a minute. The Blaze Lost Mane. Can we rename Zane Mane to Blaze Lost Mane? Wait a minute. We'll have to, like, we'll trim it down. We'll workshop it, right? We'll be BL Mane. BL Mane. But yeah, BL Mane is cooking. It's very cooking. Absolutely goated. But yeah, no, this was like literally, I kid you not, this last week was like the big push. It was really difficult with like the hotel stuff, like having to get to this point now. But like, it's that kind of thing where this was the last big push that like, this was the last big push. So yeah. Yeah, buckle up. Alright, but Necroyasha, thank you very much for the super. You're freaking adorable. No, you. My Netherlings are the ones who are adorable. You guys got me to do all that stuff to begin with, so joke's on you, tee-hee. And cute boys doing cute things, eh? What's up, cute boys doing cute things? I know, you're talking about me. I know, I'm a cute boy doing cute things. Cute boys doing cute... I know, you're talking about me. I know you are. Don't worry. I mean, you literally titled yourself after me. I know. The cutest of boys doing the cutest of things. I'm aware. Don't worry. It's cool. It's cool, okay? You know, I understand. If this were Dune, I would be the Moadib of your name. Okay, I am the Paul Atreides. You've been waiting for me the whole time. I know. Cute and based. What else do you need? Oh, goodness. Certified cute boy moment. Indeed. Okay, I can give you that one. It was a heckin' certified cute boy moment. Dune mentioned. Yeah, I love fucking Dune. I love Dune. I have the board game. I'm really good at the Dune board game. I don't know. Okay, a little bit of an aside, all right? I'm really good at the Dune board game. The Dune the Dune Imperium board game, right? I'm so good at it. Literally, it is one of like the board games I'm goated at, right? And it's got a Steam release as well. But like the Dune, because it's like a board game that they've adapted to like being able to play like digitally, right? But I kid you not, I literally kid you not, like the Dune board game, I'm so good at. Frederick and I stay up late at night playing the Dune board game together. Like we've got to the point where like we're so good at the game against each other. When we play, we'll take 2 hours playing. Like we will sit there and I'm like and like scheme and we'll have plans within plans. It's like a tactical game. It's kind of like chess mixed with like it's kind of like chess mixed with like Risk, right? But the Dune Imperium board game, we will literally stay up for like, when he came round and stayed round mine, we literally played the physical version of the board game for 2.5 hours straight because we were just sat there and I was like, I see you're attempting to win over the favor of the Fremen in hopes of managing to achieve dominion over the salt fields of the spice fields of Arrakis. Unfortunately for you, I have aligned with the Bene Gesserit. Not only that, but through my alliance with the Bene Gesserit, I have achieved what you never could. I have got the 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 under my control. The 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 is now under my control, meaning I run all of Carthage. And And we were like playing like the Dune music in the background as well, and we were like being hella nerdy at each other, and we were also drinking wine. So like for reference here, we were getting steadily more and more tipsy and more into the role of like generals in Dune. So it was literally the thing where it's like, I will see the Emperor erases your house from existence. You shall die in the spice fields. So yeah, no, we were there. That's peak cute boy behavior. Yeah, and then I fell asleep on him. Then we tried to play a video game, but I fell asleep on his shoulder instead. That's a stream I need. Yeah, right. The cutest of boys behavior. I was like, I fell asleep on his shoulder, and then he didn't move me. So I was literally just sat there with my laptop on my lap and my head on his shoulder, and he was just like, well, I'm stuck now. Adorable, right. And Virtual Drifter, Zanny, your performance and vocals were so good. Yeah, hush, know you. Thank you for all the love and effort you put into your work. I'm very grateful to be a Netherling. Hell yeah. No, I'm really glad. Like I said, originally there was going to be more, but things had to get a little bit shuffled around. So I am glad that you guys are enjoying what you did get. It ended up with me deciding that like an extremely polished Blazelust experience would be the best thing I could give you guys right now. You know, like an extremely polished Blazelust experience, and making sure that the songs that I had like little features in were like done good, you know, is a good thing, you know. You've improved a lot. Yeah, I mean, I should have said earlier when I was saying about the weights being taken off, but like, I got to give 𝓂𝓻 his praise here as well. 𝓂𝓻 is well, to put it simply, like 𝓂𝓻's been giving me lessons on the sly. It's been a little while since we last did them, but 𝓂𝓻 gave me a few like a good handful of lessons on the sly, which like Burbo gave me some lessons on the sly. Also, like, again, the same Mane that like handles that handled the dyslexia support stuff for me, also has like a background that like understands recording, and like that meant that I was actually able to get like recording guidance as well while I was like practicing. And I was able to like go through, and they understood like what was necessary for like getting vocals ready and getting vocals like ready to be mixed and stuff like that. So it meant that I had the levels of guidance that I hadn't really had before. And yeah, no, like literally, I got to give huge props to 𝓂𝓻. I got to give huge props to obviously like the new Mane-sans. Like, I have never felt so taken care of. I've never felt so supported and taken care of as I have with the Mane-sans. And I got really like worked up the other night because some stuff happened that I didn't really like. And you know, I found out that some stuff was getting bounced back, and I also found out like kind of very last minute about like some unfortunate changes. And also at the same time as well, you know, I can give you guys the reason now. Everything's kind of passed a little bit, but when I had my last manager like kind of depart and kind of move on to the next thing, they didn't actually do a handover for any of my stuff. So it meant that a lot of the stuff I'd been working on for you guys, maybe over the last like 6 to 8 months, kind of got a little bit lost, or like it wasn't like, yeah, it was just a lot of like stuff ended up getting lost because of the fact that like, you know, because the fact that we ended up needing to kind of go through that. And yeah, you know, it was very unfortunate, but it kind of had the knock-on effect that stuff kind of hit the last sort of like handful of days. But at the same time, no, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. You really think that bitch-ass shit could keep me down? No. Do you think that bitch-ass shit can keep me down? Look, if Haka's taught me one fucking thing, all right? No. If Haka's taught me one fucking thing, all right? And Haka, I hope you fucking hear this, you stupid ass little bitch, right? If Haka's taught me one fucking thing in the time that I've known him, right? Being an idol's not about music. Being an idol's not about streaming. Being an idol's not about turning around and doing the fan meetups. Being an idol's not about meet and greets. Being an idol's not about selling fucking merch. Being an idol is setting an example for the other people that are around you and the people who watch you and support you, right? And being an idol means that when shit happens and shit goes sideways and maybe unfair shit happens all the fucking time, right? It doesn't mean just letting it fucking get you and staying down, right? It means getting like straight back up again. That's what it is to me anyway, right? Like he told me to find what it meant for me, right? He told me to find what it meant for me. That was always Haka's message. Find what doing this shit means for me. And that's what it means for me. It's about getting back up again as soon as things go sideways, when things go bad, when things get lost, when you get treated unfairly. It doesn't mean you go belly up, cry, bitch about everything, and then make it everyone else's fault. You don't blame everyone around you when things don't go well. You don't turn around and say that it's everyone's fault but mine, okay? Instead, you say, what could I have done better? How can I grind this out and do it better, right? And how can I get to the point where I want to be, but beyond where people could ever expect me to be, you know? Haka said for me to find what it means for me, find what I want to embody with it, and that's what it fucking means for me, right? Like, that's where idle microdosing has taken me, okay? That's where the idle microdosing has guided me over the last year. So, fuck. Sorry, the idle microdosing ended me up there. I've been spiking my morning coffee with that, and the message where it's just find what it is for me, find what works for me, and find what I want to embody and carry with me. And that's what I want to embody and carry with me. It's the idea that you can do it all and you can get back up again, but you can do it with love, you know? And that's the point. So yeah, I idle microdosed that over the past year. I've been grinding it up, putting it in my morning coffee alongside the peyote and magic mushrooms, and this is what's ended up happening, you know? Cause hell yeah. Maybe you want a silly little foul-mouthed Incubus idol that jokes about fucking peyote and mushrooms and how to cook meth in your bathroom, you know? Like, maybe you need something that's a little bit dirty around the edges, you know? Maybe the kind of love that you guys need is the kind of love that's in the gutter but always looking up at the stars. Maybe it's the kind of thing that's rough but pure, you know? Like, that's the way it is, you know? That's what inspires me. You don't know how happy I'm. Yeah, he said find what it means for me, you know? That's he said find what it means for me. Find the parts of the industry, find the parts of this that I love and I think is good, or and that I want to embody, and then put that into what I do. And yeah, you know, maybe I'm just getting started, but honestly, having that message in the back of my mind and where it's been residing for a long while now, it's finally clicked, you know, with the weight's taken off and the support there. I know what I want to do. I know what I am. I overcame some really fucked adversity the past week, and I'm glad. I'm glad. I understand now. I think I was always quiet because I didn't know what I wanted to be, and I didn't know how far I should push things. But I think I'm done with that now. I think I'm done with that. I think I'm done with being quiet. I think I'm done with not making noise. I think I'm done with not rocking the boat a bit. I think I'm done with that arc. I think I've got Netherlings to take care of, and I've got Netherlings I need to set an example for. So, hey Netherlings. I feel like I want to say our battle cry. I feel it. You know what? Netherlings. Awesome! Go on, let's see some arson, Netherlings. Oh, goodness. Yeah, there are my little devils. Yeah, show them what fucking Hearts Ablaze really looks like. Oh, goodness. Absolutely burning. A is for arson, B is for burning, C is for cut. The Alphabet by Zander Netherbrand. Oh, goodness gracious me. Sorry, I got like a little dash emotional from all that, my days. I got a little dash emotional. Oh goodness, I didn't expect to like have that little breather moment, you know, like it's it's a thing. Yeah, no, blows me away. Oh goodness. Fuck yeah. All right, jellies. All right, and of course, Shadow Aisha, thank you for the super. I'm still catching up. I'm so sorry, by the way. I'm getting so like emotional and passionate at you, you know? What can I say? There's a burning passion. There's a burning passion in me. Again, also, by the way, I saw the Netherlings passed on the sacred text to new Netherlings in regards to like the console thing, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was like, bro, that's so fucking goated. That's so goated. That's so good. Also, I don't mean to be that guy, but you see me look at my fucking Hearts Ablaze merch and just kind of shrug. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I kind of looked at the Hearts Ablaze merch and I was like, just kind of shrugged. I was like, I mean, like, if you want, I mean, like, if you need it, like I was like, I mean, listen, like, the merch is coming a little thick and fast these days, right? Like, not even gonna lie, I did have the conversation with, like, the Manisans, where I'm like, listen, like, I had the conversation with the Manisans, and they were very, very cool about it, where I was just kind of like, listen, we're doing a lot of merch a little bit too thick and fast these days for my taste. Don't get me wrong, not that I don't, like, love the company, want to support the company and all that, but I kind of just said to them, like, for me, I'm not gonna shill it as heavy as like maybe I necessarily would if like we were doing it a little less often. Like, you know, it's also that thing where I'm like, I probably won't like push some of the stuff as heavy because I realize the fact that like it's getting a little bit it's getting a little bit like heavy in my opinion. And I want to make sure that, like, you know, obviously I'll let you guys know about it and make sure it happens, but I also don't want to go down the route of like, you know, like pushing it really, really aggressive. And I had that conversation with the Manisans, and I'm like, I get that, like, this is something where we're nudging for maybe like a little bit extra, like that. But you know, I'm gonna handle things the way that I do, and kind of, I don't really want to ever be in the position, because I kind of clarified my stance where like, I don't ever really want to be put in the position where I put pressure on my audience in regards to merchandise. I would rather have them support me in whatever ways they're comfortable with, as opposed to like having it be forced in any way, and sort of just do that. And honestly, again, Manisans were like really, really cool with it. They were like, oh no, like it's there, it's there. You know, they're like, no, that's cool. Like we aren't ever going to ask you to like go out of your way to do this. If we find like a merch project that we want for you that's like really, really like that you're really passionate about, then like, you know, go for that. But like it's your choice essentially how pushy like anything's ever going to be with this. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool. I really like the fact that that's taking like a chill kind of seat now. So yeah, no, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. And I know that like people's circumstances differ and stuff like that, but I never want it to be that position where I feel like I'm pushing something on you guys that you don't necessarily want. There's a difference between like letting you guys know and hitting you with an FYI and then like aggressively marketing something. And I feel like I respect your time and your integrity too much to essentially, you know, do my fucking like my Democratic Republic of Zander pushing towards like, you will get this. This is the Democratic Republic of Zander. I have ruled over this place for 100 years democratically. You're gonna get the merch, right? Sorry guys, I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately about that place that's in the north of where K-pop comes from. And like, not even gonna lie, I've been getting so into the documentaries, not even gonna lie. I've been getting so into them. Like, I literally have been like so like pilled on that. I'm literally like, what cigarettes is the leader smoking right now? They will dictate what the economic model is going to be for the next 3 years. Is it going to be 7 stars? Or is it going to be reconciliation? Which brand is being smoked? I'm like there, getting really into it. I'm examining, and I'm getting so deeply into the lore, right? And I'm like, interesting. I've been down that rabbit hole before too. Right. And like the whole thing where there's like a business model of people who say like they escaped from there, but they actually like didn't. And like there's the whole thing where like it's kind of crazy. But then there's also like this community of like Americans on Reddit that are like saying that they wanna move there and emigrate there. And I'm like, bruh, only Americans could do something like that. Only Americans could complain so much about their country that they wish to move to there, you know? I feel like only an American could find a way to do that. People want to move there? Yeah. I feel like that's very America code. Right, yeah, we don't like the sex either, for sure. But no, I've been like so into it. I've been like, so this all actually started with the 1950s GDP boom. Inherently, it was the idea that it listed the limit from essentially having small families. But the thing was, the GDP boom encouraged people to have smaller families because it meant that their resources were less stretched. So when they ended up having one-child families, when the famine came, it meant that families were left without their kids afterwards, meaning there was now a population spiral. But on the flip side now, the reproduction rate has gone down to a 1.2. And if it's a 1.2, no society can come back from more than, I think, a 1.8. So in theory, with the aging population, it's going to be the same aging population rate as the UK, with the lack of replacement, meaning that the inherently the populations are going to get smaller everywhere, not just one place or another. But I'm like, oh. So yeah. Yeah. Cass didn't ask me to, but I gave him I gave him a breakdown of cigarette companies from there and what each one means. And he didn't ask, but he ended up being forced to sit through a 5-minute lecture by me, by like, what's the hidden meaning behind each thing of the cigarettes over there, and what their secret meanings are, and what it signals to dignitaries when each brand is smoked. And he didn't ask for it, but he just had to sit there and listen to me. And I was like, you're just gonna have to sit there and listen. I'm sorry now, you're stuck. I'm sorry, you're kind of fucked now, lad. Sorry, you know. What else did I do today? I taught Roscoe the correct pronunciation for Mexican food. I did that. That was definitely there. Jalapenos. Was teaching him jalapenos. Comle. Nachos. You know. What else was I saying? Brettos. Fajitas. You know, I was giving him the rundown of that. You know, I felt like as a British person, I needed to educate him. I expected Roscoe to slap you. I'm taller than him. It's fine. I genuinely think in life, I would have been punched a lot more in the face if I wasn't tall and buff. If I wasn't tall and didn't go to the gym, I would have been punched a whole lot more. Oh my goodness. That's insane to say. Okay, but true. For real, real and true. For real and true. Right. Right. Okay, but it's the deterrent though, right? Okay, but it's the deterrent. For real though. One of the things that, like, when I was, oh, speaking of, I wish you could have gone on a gym bro trip. Oh no, Rai and I are going to the gym this week. Or like next week. Rai and I are going to the gym together next week. No, we're going on a gym bro trip. Rai and I are going to the gym together. We're working out together next week. Because I haven't had the chance to, like, go to an Anytime Fitness yet since like I got to Japan. So I've been using my resistance bands. I've literally just been like using my resistance bands. So we both have like an Anytime Fitness membership, and like there's one that he's already scouted for us. So like, yeah, no, we're gonna go on a gym date, like, I don't know, like at some point. So yeah. Teehee. I know. Rai's gonna spritz me with his fucking cologne, and I'm going to have to bludgeon him to death. That's what I'm just letting you know now. If we go work out together, then he's gonna spritz me with his fucking cologne after we leave the showers, and I'm gonna have to beat him to death. So... I can already tell. I can already tell that I'm going to have to beat him to death at some point over this shit. I know I am. I'm gonna have to. He's gonna hit me with his stupid cologne, and I'm gonna have to hit him. I know that would drive me insane, right? He's gonna be using his fucking cologne. I know, because he can weaponize that against me now. It's cute. Shut up. Also, I feel like you saying it's gonna drive me insane is different insane to the insane it's gonna drive me, okay? Because, like, Ryza will spray the cologne into the air and walk through it like a diva. I'm gonna have to hit him. I'm going to have to hit him at some point. I'm going to have to be compelled to, like, smack Rai. I'm going to have to. Now he's done that shit with the stupid cologne and pulling up AO3. I can't believe that. I can't fucking believe. Out of an entire, like, I kid you not, each shelf had like 7 bottles of perfume on there, and there were 3 shelves, okay? So there was like 21 different colognes on these shelves. And I sampled like all of them. And I pick out the one that's fucking Rai. I'm gonna have to hit him. 21 samples, and I pick out the one that's Rai. I can't deal with that. I'm going through the grieving process at this information. I want you to know. I'm going through the grieving process. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, and of course, Shadow Aisha, thank you for the super. The story reminds me of that Marshmallow where someone liked a cologne that reminded them of their dad, and it got ultra awkward, and they had to get their dad a new cologne to unscent that. Oh god. You're right, that is so cursed. That is so cursed. Oh goodness, we need to do another confessional stream as well. I need to see if we can do like a confessional, but make it an off collab. That would be really good. Like you get, like I get me and someone else, and we get some drinks, and like we do a confessional, like off collab. That would be really, really cute. That would actually be kind of great. That'd be goated. That would actually be so adorable. Like a goofy little off collab. That'd be fantastic. Right. And of course, Nick Royasha. Oh my goodness, that's so cute and sundry of you. Oh my fucking god, I'm dying. I love you. This is so cute. And it's Kalia. So you admit you're cute, Zanny. Mwah, right back at you and maybe. Hush. Grr. And Wesley Magic, thank you for the 7 months. Zanny, watching you on stage was an absolute delight. Was wondering if we could hear more about the planning for the choreography you both did together. This is going to be such a cop-out answer. We didn't plan any real choreography for that between Rai and I. We kind of just looked at each other and said, well, let's just style it out, right? And he's like, yeah, he was like, let's just style it out. And I was like, yeah, let's style it out. And then Rai was like, should I drop to my knees at one point? And I was like, yeah, you should drop to your knees at some point. And he was like, cool, I'll drop to my knees. You do whatever you want to me. And I was like, sounds like a plan. And yeah, we just kind of went through from there. We kind of just went through from there. It was literally that. I wish I could say that we'd like sat together and choreographed everything. But we kind of literally just looked at each other and was like, yeah, let's just figure it out. Start back to back, style it out, and then I'll drop, and then you drop to your knees at some point, and I'll go through, and I'll go a little bit wild on you. So yeah, no, and there wasn't any of that. Sometimes the chemistry just works. I've said this before, like, the Netherlings are my partners in crime, but like, when it comes to just another VTuber boy that's my partner in crime, Rai's my partner in crime fully. Like, I don't know, I've not met another person in the creative field that I'm in all of the years I've been a creative. In all of the years I've worked in acting, I've worked in stage, I've worked in directing. In all of the years that I've worked in any sort of creative field, I have never ever met someone that is on the same wavelength like Rai is to me. Never. I've not met someone that I can just walk into a room, we can look at each other, say, so the choreo, we going with this? What's the emotion? This. Okay, cool. You gonna do a thing? Yeah, I'll do a thing. Gonna circle this bit? Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's go. You know? Like, it really is just kind of that thing where it is just lightning in a bottle. It's lightning in a bottle. I don't think I could have found this anywhere else. I know within myself that irregardless of whatever happens at FSP, whatever happens in a year from now, whatever happens 5 years from now, whatever happens 10 years from now, I know one thing for certain, and Rai is someone who I always want to stay in touch with because he's such a wonderful soul. So yeah, that's me being gay for the evening. All right, I've said enough nice shit about Rai. All right, he's got, okay, he's got his flowers. All right, okay, I've been nice. I've been a good boy. I've been very complimentary. Okay, I've done my thing. I've been a good boyo. I've said words in places and words. Been a guy. Been a dude. Been a little demon. Been a terrible little cretin that I am. The terrible little creature that I have chosen to become. All right. Oh goodness. Okay, I've said my piece in regards to him, but yeah, no, that's something that that is a really, really lovely vibe. Really, really lovely vibe. So hell yeah. No, love me dino. Love me dino. Love me dino. Yes, I do. Oh, goodness gracious. And of course, Mafia Gravity, thank you for the gifted jelly. Thank you so much, darling. Just Core, if I may ask, what were the scent notes? Okay. Dark apple, cedarwood. Like, I think there was like a little bit of cinnamon and like some like dark berries in there. And I was like, this is really nice. This is really, really nice. And I was like, it's because it smelled like dark and tempting. And I'm like, you know, it smelled like this like dark, tempting, sexy scent where like, you know, I was like, oh, this smells very Incubus, you know. I feel like I could wear this and really enjoy like the wearing this. It feels very like dark and sexy and that I want to sink my teeth into it, you know. So I was like, huh, I really like this for me. We're going to ignore that some of those ingredients are in the cologne I normally wear and keep moving. Anyway, yes, those were the ones that were there. And 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, I love my Sugoi Blaze Lust life. Yes, yeah, hush. And Marble on Toast, I wasn't able to watch the concert live since I was busy hosting a dinosaur movie marathon. And now Jellies want me to draw art best described as Blaze Lust, but you're both dinosaurs. Help. Rhizar's a Tyrannosaurus Sex, and I'm a Triceratops. Thank you, Marble on Toast. Oh goodness, I had to make that joke myself. I had to make that joke myself before anyone else did. I felt like that was already loaded up and ready to go. Yeah, of course you'd make that joke. Hell yeah. It was one in the chamber. You gotta have it there. Fucking bleeping me out and shit. They bleep out the word "come" from the song. They bleep out the word "sex" when I say it. How dare? How dare? Like, they don't put the Incubus around. Don't put the Incubus around if you want clean behavior. Oh goodness. And of course, with that context in mind, it's no wonder the Manic Sounds thought you'd be isekai'd in Japan. Pretty dresses like a model and acts like Shakira. Listen, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm styling it out. Did you finish the potion? No, we only just started stream. We started like an hour ago. We only just started. We're good. Like, we're just getting into things. And Celestia Skyzern said, mind you were the only one that mentioned his community when introducing yourself. We loved that, and we all agree. I think it's just the fact that I've always carried the Netherlings with me. You and I have a very unique bond. I think the Netherlings and their Incubus have a very unique bond, and I've always like carried you guys very, very close to me. We've always kind of been very stuck together. We've always been very joined at the hip. And I think that it's a very unusual thing to be as attached to a community as I am. And you know, it's a very unique one. So yeah, for sure. It's for sure. Did you finish Potion Crop? No, I like I said a second ago, we're just starting. We haven't started yet. And of course, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you for the super. I'm extremely glad to hear that you were happy in parts of the concert and that you're finally getting the support you deserve. You did an amazing job singing such a fast-paced song, and I loved your energy while you were hosting. Okay, but 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, bitch, did you hear that high note? Okay, but Heike, did you hear that? Did you hear the high note I hit? I'm just saying, you wanna give me a, what, yeah? The fucking Miku ass high note? Never ask me to do that again. Never ask my bitch ass to hit that high note again. Never ever ask my bitch ass to hit that high note again. Oh, I was dying. I died getting that out of me. I died so hard. I was like, bruh, I'm channeling like Dead ass. Never ever. Because, like, I had to do so much warm up. I had to do so much, like, thing. I had to be like, okay, head voice, and then shoot up, and then go from here, and then go from there, and keep going, and prep it, and go. And I will admit, auto-tune did a little on there, right? But honestly, like, it did less than you'd expect, right? And, like, it did far less than you'd expect. And, like, not even gonna lie, though, right? I was like, I was like, because I had to take a little break between, like, trying to get that when I was, like, practicing it and learning it. And, like, actually, like, doing it. And I had this fucking moment. And I don't normally reference, like, too many other individuals on this channel. I normally try and, like, keep things very, like, low-key. And I normally don't like speaking on, like, other people unless, like, it's for a very specific reason. But, like, I got a little bit inspired by I got a little bit inspired in that moment by, like, a certain blue dude, a certain blue dude who's not with us anymore, who would do these insane high notes, and do shit that I'm pretty sure couldn't be done unless it was done by a fucking machine with that shit. And I was like, I had this little moment where I was like, forgive me for saying, but I was like, this bitch-ass motherfucker can be a human Vocaloid? I'm like, bitch, I'm gonna give myself a fucking try. I'm gonna swagger my shit up. I'm gonna turn around, see if I can fucking give fucking bitch-ass motherfucker. Already seen a fucking person can do it. I can fucking try and hit that. I can hit it. I can hit a high one. I can hit a motherfucking high note. You did a fucking high note. You fucking try me. Fucking try it, you fuck. Bitch-ass human Vocaloid motherfucker. I love how my version of inspiration is just, like, quietly cursing about someone and being like, alright, try me. Fucking try me. I knew it was gonna come down to competitiveness or spite. It wasn't me being competitive. I was just kind of like, if I've seen someone do it, so why can't I? It was like, half of my brain is just going, well, if someone else has been able to physically do it, well, then why can't I physically do it? You know? I had that, like, little moment where I'm like, okay, if someone could do it, then there's got to be a way to do it. If someone can do it, then that means it's been done. And if it can be done, then, like, you can figure out a way. And don't get me wrong, I was nowhere near that level. I was nowhere near the level that he was at. Nowhere near. But, like, at the same time, it was definitely that little moment of, like, you know, it was definitely that little moment of, like, I'm nowhere near that fucking level. But at the same time, like, I was like, you son of a bitch. you son of a bitch. You know? So I was trying to channel that shit, you know? Hell yeah. Oh, goodness. And Necroyasha, you shine so brightly, it is blinding. Wait a minute. I'm going to read these all as one. Wait a minute. Necroyasha, wait a minute. I'm going to read these all as one. You cheeky little creature. You shine so brightly, it is blinding. Also, I was greedy, eating up every second of your screen time. Om nom nom. It warmed my heart when you were the only one to name drop your community. I am so freaking proud of you, and I am so excited to see what you're planning. Even if it is just fractionally as amazing as you were doing in the concert, I'm sure we'll be blown away. I love you so much, my one and my only, Kamiyoshi. Darling, thank you so much. Thank you. And no, like I've said, I've always felt very attached to the Netherlings. Like, you know, you guys have been by my side through this entire journey. You guys, how can I put this? Like, you made me the VTuber that I am today. You got me to that point. You made me the VTuber I am today. That's a simple fact. you guided me to where I am now through your encouragement, your persistence, your devotion to just wanting to see the best out of me, the belief that there was more to me than just met the eye. This is a silly thing to latch onto, but a thing that like is kind of trending on like Twitter lately was those silly little Oshi boards, you know, where it's like pick the company and pick the Oshi and go through like A to B to C to D of like, oh, this is my favorite thing about this thing, this is my favorite thing about this thing. And one thing that I saw over and over and over again from like the from Netherlings and, you know, people that I didn't expect to be Netherlings as well. One thing I saw over and over again was people going, well, I didn't vibe with Zanny's first design, or I didn't vibe with Zanny's design or Zanny's look at first. But then after I watched him, it was just, I could like, still don't vibe with the old style, but I was head over heels for the rest of it. And like, I think that like, that goes to show that what we have is more than just skin deep. That kind of hit me in a really weird way, but a good way. What we've had has always been more than just skin deep. It's more than just seeing a pretty design and deciding that you're going to stick a couple of marks in your bio, you know? It's always been more than just, oh, I see the thing that's shiny right now and I'm going to stick a couple of Oshi marks in there to add to my grocery list of fucking Oshi marks, you know? It's always been that you guys have always... I feel like you guys have always perceived the content of my character before you've perceived anything else about me or made any judgments. And I think that that's really what separates the Netherlings for me from everything else out there. You guys have been through the ringer so many times for so many different reasons in your own lives that you realize that you can't judge something on a surface level. You have to look deeper. And I think that the amount that you guys do look deeper, you know, has always been amazing. And like I said before, you guys have always managed to drill straight down into the content of my character rather than anything else that's superficial. So yeah, so thank you, 𝓂𝓻, thank you. Seeing that you guys have so much faith in me, it only drives me forward to do more. You know, what can I say? What can I say? We went for we went kind of wild Dio with it. And of course, 𝓂𝓻, thank you very much, 𝓂𝓻 VOD. It's been less than 3 weeks, but I now declare you my new Kamiyoshi. Hey, look at this one. Hey, Netherlings, point and laugh. Look at this one. Also, I see the Jelly Labs. I will get to the Jelly Labs in but a moment. Hey, Netherlings, point and laugh at this one. It's been less than 3 weeks, but I now declare you my new Kamiyoshi. I can't find the door. Might as well dive. God damn it, sir. What do you do to me? No, not this little one. Average Netherling experience, literally. It's, well, I wasn't looking for also, by the way, I just want to say, I see the word new Kamiyoshi in there. Did I kick someone's ass out of that place? Because tee hee. Did I just serve someone with a repossession notice? I feel like I might have just served someone's ass a repossession notice. Not me walking in being like, oop, I'm sorry, this one's a jelly now. Bonk. Hey, I'm just gonna take this one over here. Sorry, I don't mean to be that guy, but I was like, huh. The usage of new there is an interesting choice. Teehee. I was like, interesting that new has been put there. So, oh goodness, oh goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. There we go. The Incubus has now moved from yelling about cucking other people in his company with other people in his company to now taking the cucking. I exist to cuck. My days. Oh, goodness gracious me. But thank you, darling. And I hope that you found a really good home among the Netherlings. I genuinely hope you do. Or I should say you have. They are the sweetest, most wonderful little sleepy sheepies. And honestly, like, they're amazing. That's the simple way to put it. They are amazing. I couldn't give you guys higher praise, you know? Like, that's the only way to do it, you know? Oh, goodness gracious me. Tee-hee. Rubs little jelly nubs. We're taking over the world. Yeah. It's very attractive of you. And Dandelion Burdock popped out of lurking just to say that each and every one of us has grown and learned many a thing with you. You gave us a little push in order to move on and make our own claim to the world. Mwah. Well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We're all going to get our own little claims to the world. And we're all going to kind of put them together. And we're going to mark out a little section of the map. And then we're going to call it, like, you know, Jellistan or something like that. Jellystan or the Free Republic of Jellydom or something like that, right? And we're going to carve out our own nation. And what we'll do from there, once our own nation is carved out, we shall have new free Jellydom, and we will create a world-defining force that will go on to create, control, and dominate the resources of all of those around us. You've seen me play Civilization. You've seen what I will do. As your Lord High Commander, I will turn around and lead us not only to prosperity, but to victory and glory. Any that shall stand in our way shall meet the fate that they deserve. Destruction at the hands of our troops, at the very end of our bayonets. For you see that the world is ours. It's just yet to find out. He thinks he's in charge again. Okay, I'm in charge of tactics, though. I'm good at tactics. You guys have seen I'm good at tactics, okay? The jellies are in charge, but I'm like the smart... Oh, you know what I am? Oh, wait. I know what I am. Okay, I know what I am. Jellies, I figured out what I am. Okay, you guys know, I'm like the tactical, sneaky little harlot that, like, sits next to the throne and whispers things in the jelly's ears, okay? You guys are, like, in charge, but I kind of, like, sit on your lap and look all pretty, and I'm like, whisper, 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 you should do this, whisper, 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 whisper. And you're like, you make a good plan, Incubus. I shall take it under advisement. And then, you know, you do the thing. I'm like the pretty little harlot sat next to the throne that, like, actually is, like, really smart, you know? It's like Sultan's game. I'm like one of the concubines, but I'm like the favorite one that's very tactical, you know? Oh, goodness. Advisory commander. Can you imagine me sat next to the throne in some sort of, like, skimpy silk outfit, you know? Something like that. Like I'm wearing, like, one of those, like, silk sashes, you know, showing off, like, far too much skin. My body kind of, like, gently painted in, like, the skin that's shown with, like, the different little, like, prints and tattoos that both, like, accentuate and also, like, highlight the fact that, like, I'm like a well-kept concubine. You know, my hair kind of long, medium length, brushing off of my shoulders, while sort of sitting there half draped over one arm of the throne, while having fruit gently fed to me, you know, directly to my mouth as I gently lap at your fingers, while then occasionally when some petitioner comes in, asking for answers or asking for something from you, I gently lean in, you know, my lips gently brushing against your ear and quietly whisper something to you. Maybe some sort of insight or tactical advice before going back to like lounging across the arm of the throne. That kind of thing. That kind of thing. I feel like that was just a little bit sexy, you know? That was just a little bit sexy. Very specific. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just the devil on your shoulder. I hope you understand that must be an ASMR now. I say something that's a little bit too spicy and too, like, imaginative, and the jelly just kind of gently glides its hand across the bar to sit on, like, a steel chair and goes, "You've realized that has to be an ASMR now, right, Incubus? You've realized you've put yourself in that position." So, begins to just gently drum its jelly nub against the chair. "So, when's that getting recorded, then? You gonna get on that? I mean, tomorrow's your day off. You could write a whole script in that time. You know? You could really do something wonderful with that. Get some rest. Wake up at a good time. Get yourself breakfast. Maybe take your laptop to a cafe. Write something there. You should do that. Right? 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 It's probably safer for you to do that tomorrow. After all, Japan's a safe country, but accidents can happen anywhere." Another to be added. Okay, but Xandroid's got to come first. Xandroid's script is done. I need to get back to my 3DO so I can record him. But Xandroid's script is done. So, like, he's ready to be cooked. We are not letting that go. I like to think that, like, why do you make me sound like a yandere? I don't make you sound like a yandere. I make you sound like the mob, all right? I like to think that the jellies are low-key kind of the mob, you know? It's like Jelly Mafia. You guys just turn around and be like, it would be a terrible thing were your daughter not able to make it up the aisle. I understand you're not paying the points on what you're owing to Tony. It would be a shame for a father not to be able to walk his daughter down the aisle, especially if it was because her legs were broken. You understand? I feel like that's like jelly energy, you know? You guys like, the Council of Jellies has decided that your petition has not been accepted. You see, we have a lot of construction contracts on right now. However, we're willing to make room for some destruction should we need it. By that I mean, be careful. If you don't start giving the Jelly Council respect, someone's gonna pour petrol through your letterbox at night. Hey, buddy, I'm not telling you what to do, but, you might want to check under the seat of your car from now on before you start it. At least until you get on our good side again. The Jelly Mafia. I feel like that's such an intimidating thing to say. Oh, goodness. You guys put terrible thoughts in my head. I love how this has just turned into a yapping stream. I'm so sorry. An Eldling rest. Is it true you wrestled an alligator just for sport? No, but I did get into a fight one time. It wasn't for sport, though. It was part of a self-defense class they made us take. But, like, that was cool. I wrestled in that. You had to do, like, the basic grappling in the self-defense class they made us take when I was, like, younger, when I was living in London. They gave us, like, very basic self-defense at the school I went to there. Because, like, Because they were like, oh, this is how you don't get killed. This is how you don't get abducted by strangers. It was when they gave us the Never Never Club, you know? Where it was when a little 𝓱𝓸𝓼𝓽 was like, say no, never go, the Never Never Club. And like, you know, it was the thing where you had to like, you know, do the whole thing, you know? Where it was about not getting abducted by strangers and trafficked as a child. Say no, never go. Did you win? I mean, I grabbed the other kid's like ankle so he couldn't get up, and I was like laying on top of him, so I kind of won. But it was just kind of like, oh, this is how to stop someone if they're trying to carry you away, and you just grab onto them, and then you try and get to a point where they can't like properly move. So it was like that. It was kind of one of those ones where it was like self-defense, where it was like, this is how you don't get stolen. So it was like, grab onto their leg and like roll into a ball or something to hamper their movement, or like, oh, try and like grab onto this thing, or like, oh, try and like take their back so they can't steal you, you know? It was like a little kid thing, you know? I don't think it was a competition. But that other kid should have tried harder. If I was a kidnapper, they would have been taken. They would have been taken. Hey, and of course, Yvain, they're bringing back Incubus Week. I hope you know that the Perfume story what the Perfume story will do to the art line. Incubus Week is back. Incubus Week is back. Fucking hell. All right. I see you, Incubus Week. Well, I mean, the Perfume story down the art mines is you striking a vein of ore. You know, it's like, oh, we've struck ore. We've struck 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽. we've struck a strong vein of 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽. It seems to be pure and organic. Wait a minute. This is naturally forming 𝓂𝓸𝓼𝓽. It's not synthetic. Oh, goodness. We've struck gold. Oh, goodness. Hey, and is that 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻? Hey, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you very much for the 5 gifted jellies, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻. And a big mwah to you as well. You heckin' sweetie. Let's go. You hecking sweetie. Thank you very, very much. And of course, is that Club Netherbrand's corner toad alongside as well. 𝓱𝓸𝓼𝓽, so cute. Reminds me of training my ex the same way, and now he suffers somewhere he smells cherry. Now he suffers somewhere he smells cherry. Tee-hee. Anyway, odd Suzanne. You trained your ex? I think I need to stay away from 𝓲𝓻 from now on. I think I need to take distance from 𝓲𝓻. You know what? Corner Toad, good advice. I'm going to take some distance from 𝓲𝓻. I think I'm going to take a large amount of distance from 𝓲𝓻. You know, I'm not going to see 𝓲𝓻 tomorrow. We were meant to meet up on Tuesday, but like, you know, I think I'm going to take Monday to be completely alone by myself watching The Sopranos. I think I'm just going to take tomorrow off. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to, you know, it was meant to be Tuesday. I'm going to take Monday off anyway. So you know what? I might do that. Who knows? Maybe I'll hang out with some other people. You know, I don't hang out with everyone at FSP when I'm here. So, you know, I might as well turn around and see if I can, you know, find someone who I don't normally hang out with. You know, I'll try and find someone. I'll go out somewhere. You know, I'll see if there's something to do. You know, you know. Actually, I don't actually have any plans for tomorrow. Tomorrow is literally going to be a lazy day of me sleeping, which is going to be cute. I'm going to have a full rest today. Or actually, let me look up where, like, let me see if there's an Anytime Fitness near me. Sorry, I know I'm meant to be, like, doing potion craft in a second, but let me see if I can find where the nearest gym is. I think it's really near. I think there's a gym really, really near me, but I got to check. Here we go. Where am I? Wait a minute. Is that a sponsored result, or is that... Oh my god, wait, what? Wait, this is where I am. I'm a 3-minute walk from an Anytime Fitness? Oh my god, for real? For real? Wait a minute, drop the little person here. I want to see if I'm right. Is that like a proper Anytime Fit? What the fuck is this? That doesn't look like an Anytime Fitness. That looks like a shady back alley where I'm going to be, like, grabbed by a bunch of old Oji-sans. Are we sure that this is what I think it is? That is definitely like an Oji-san alley. I've seen this before. Okay, it's always the delinquent kid that goes down here. This is like the delinquent... This is the place where the delinquent goes to. And, like, they end up being convinced to go there for one reason or another. And then there's a bunch of, like, evil Oji-sans that are lying in wait. I've seen this before. I have seen this so many times before. Wait a minute. Apparently it's there? I do not see that. I see Oji-san Alley, and I do not see... I think this might be like a mislisting. I think it might not be a correct listing. Because that is a sushi restaurant. That is not a place to lift big heavy weights. That is sushi. Huh. You know what? Maybe it's on the other side of the street. No, that's a bar. So we've got a bar and a sushi restaurant. Nah, that ain't Anytime Fitness. Nah, that ain't my gym. I don't know what that's meant to be, but that ain't that one. That ain't the one, chief. That ain't the one. I don't know what that was, but like, nah. Oh, goodness gracious me. Yeah, no. Ridiculousness. Oh, there's another one which is like a 10-minute walk. Ooh, wait a minute. Shady gym next to a bar. Oh my god, you're so right. Wait a minute. It's the shady gyms for the gym trainer always. Never mind. Okay, what the fuck? These are 1,000,000% not real places. What the fuck? These have to be... Oh, you know what this is? These are Anytime Fitnesses that have closed down. Because there's so many in the city. Oh, and they've not gotten rid of the listing. Oh, that makes sense because they've all been replaced with like bar, like bar, smoke shop, the other thing. Oh, that makes so much more sense because of how many Anytime Fitnesses there are in Tokyo. Like, there's like a bajillion of them. So, like, if you go from, like, one to the next, you're going to be like, oh, well, this is one. This is another one. This is another one. Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Because, like, you know, the city's, like, so dense and there's so many that, like, you know... Wait a minute. That makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. Right. Okay. There's smoke shops in Japan. Yeah. I saw the greatest thing the other night when I was getting my groceries, by the way. There were these... Okay, so you know how smoking is illegal in most of Japan? Or, like, smoking is, like, banned in most of Tokyo, right? Because most of the streets, they have, like, no smoking signs on. And most of, like, the little alleyways, they have no smoking here. And they're like, oh, if you see smoking, you're going to get, like, you know, you're going to get fined by the cops or something like that, right? Which I think is very, very good. Personally, like, even as someone who used to be a smoker, I'm 100% behind, like, banning smoking on the street. I'm totally fine with that. As long as they've got, like, little smoking areas that are dotted around for people to use, I'm 1,000,000% like down for just, like, banning smoking just, like, on the street, right? Like, I'm down for that, right? However, right? I saw these, like, you know, the little Tokyo cops. I saw them, like, walking around, right? On my way back, and I had my groceries in my hand and something like that. And I realized that I was, like, walking a little bit behind, like, this old man. And when I say old man, you know how, like, old Japanese dude, like, kind of a little hunched over. He still had, like, some youthful pep to him, you know? But he had, like, the little bucket hat on, and, like, he was, like, smoking a cigarette. He was just, like, chaining them back to back. He was, like, going... like, doing his thing, right? And he's, like, you know, just doing his thing, just walking along smoking his thing, right? And, like... and, like, there were the two little cops at the end of the street. And one of them just kind of turns their head and, like, points to the old man. And, like, gives their partner a little nudge. And the partner just looks. And kind of is just, like... Just looks at the old man. And then just looks back to, like, his partner. And gives him a little nudge back and just shakes his head and says something in Japanese. And then they both just turn around and face away from the old man. And I'm like... They both just like rotate 45 degrees so they can't see him anymore. And I was like, you know what? That's fucking aura. That's so much aura right there. Where they're like, you know what? I didn't see that, did you? Like, we're not gonna deal with Grandpa. Listen, Grandpa's too fucking old. I'm pretty sure that he's been doing his thing. You gotta respect your elders, right? It's like, he's walking by the no smoking sign, just like huffing away. It's like, listen, do you want to be the one to take this? I don't want to be the one to take this. We're gonna turn and look that way. It was great. I actually thought that was hilarious. I was like, huh. Well, ain't that a moment? I see my future and it's bright, right? Anyway, I'm so sorry for taking so long to get through all of these. You guys have kind of swarmed me with your love. Thank you so, so much. And Voltaire Belmont, Zanny has unlocked head notes. So here's the thing. I could do head notes before in songs, right? I could use, you know, like literally, I could use head voice and all that. Like I knew how to throw myself up there, but I'd never been able to throw myself up there and also use power at the same time. Like, being able to hit power and also like go all the way, like head voice and power at the same time are usually things that don't go hand in hand, you know? Like it's very hard to kind of like do both at the same time because you're having to like, it's like you're making your brain explode because you're trying to push like air through your brain, you know? It's kind of wild, right? So I you know, I hadn't really like done that before. And like obviously like falsetto is like really, really difficult to kind of like go up there, and having to like put power into a falsetto was like so wild, Dio. So I was like, that was scary. I had to learn how to do that from like scratch. But like again, I had some amazing help. You know, I had some really, really amazing help. so yeah, it's very good. Goodness. So teehee. And Dragon Ace, hey, what's up, Dragon Ace? Good to see ya. How it goes? Thank you for being so patient. You've always been an inspiration for me, and now you've become an inspiration for others. A cupcake friend who's always had stage fright asked me to teach her to do the idol work for the 𝓂𝓸𝓼 duet. Thank you for being my Oshi, Zanny. Hey, I'm happy to be a silly little guy, and I'm happy to help out. I'm glad I was able to inspire you. I hope it's even half as much as you guys inspire me. So thank you, and take a big mwah as well. And you know what? Take a mwah for your friend as well. All right, pass a mwah onto your friend. Go get a mwah. Your friend needs a mwah. And you know what? Here's some mwahs for my Netherlings as well. Here's a mwah for all of you. So take a mwah. Good. It's a bit cray. We love you, Zanzan. Hearts and kisses. Hey, hearts and kisses right back at you, darling. Right back at you. And not so 𝓂𝓼𝓾, thank you for the 5 months as well. Can I get some huggies? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Get them all. Get them all. Get the naughty naughties. And now from the pre-chat, all right? We're almost done. Don't worry, guys. We got this. We got Jelly Labs in the pre-chat real quick. From the pre-chat. Hello, Zanny. How are you? Hope you were amazing during the concert. The 𝓂𝓼𝓼 had me screaming. I was shaking and squealing and squeezing my Zanny Pappy so tight. Sending you times 2 the hugs, kisses, and headpats. Well done. Hey, thank you, Necroyash. And a big mwah to you. Asquath as well. Thank you for the gifted jelly. Genesis Zora, thank you for the gifted jelly. Wizardly Magic, thank you for the gifted jelly. Feline Fortuna, Meowdy, and thank you for the gifted jelly. Teehee. And of course, thank you for the gifted jelly as well. Sora Cooler, thank you for the gifted jelly. And of course, Azulala as well. Thank you for the 20 gifted jellies. Thank you for being so patient, guys, who are like hitting the pre-chat. Thank you so much. I know I've been a bit of a mess this evening, but mwah, all right. Huge love to you guys. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And of course, a massive thank you for all of the gifted jellies, you hecking sweeties. I don't even know. We're gonna have to do something soon. I had an idea actually for this week. I wanted to do like a little sleepover. I wanted to do a jelly Zanny sleepover. So like, you know, because my sleep schedule is a little fucked right now, I figured that it might be fun to do like a stream at a different time and do like a little sleepover, you know, where I'm like, come on, let's go. You know, like instead of a coffee date, it's like a sleepover. So So we could do like our regular coffee date on Tuesday, and then like later in the week, because I can't do like big fancy games because I'm on my laptop, we could do like a sleepover on like a Saturday night or a Friday night or something, you know? Which would be cute. So we could literally like you know, be like under the covers, and we could be like you know, a Netherling sleepover. Right? But that'll be cute. I thought that'd be like really, really cute. And like I can get us like little snacks, and we can like talk, and we can like gossip, and we can be like, oh, did you guys hear? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And also we're doing some Project Zomboid as well next week, because we have to. It's the rule. It's the rule. Those are the rules. Those are the rules. Those are the rules. Oh goodness. And of course, the Not So Lonely Rider, thank you for the gifted jelly. And Hugo as well, thank you for the 5 gifted jellies. A big mwah to you. Oh my god, do you like boys? Okay, so I do like boys, but like I prefer it when I'm like objectifying them. I like boys, but like they're better when they're being objectified, you know? Like it's kind of like, you know, like girls have feelings, but like boys, I'm like cool with them being more objectified. That's cool, you know? Like it feels like, you know. Oh goodness, I'm fine with this. I'm laughing too hard right now. You know, it's like that. It's just. Oh my days, my days. No, okay, but like dead ass no. Okay, but a little bit. I'm kind of like, listen. It's like a thing where like I'm like, okay, I can just be like, okay. Like you can just be like, okay, this is like hot. You don't have to worry about feelings sometimes. Like look at New Carnival, right? I'm like, I don't care about your emotional well-being, New Carnival characters. All right, I don't care about your emotional well-being. Just hurry up and like rail each other, okay? But like I have like a bit of a protective instinct in me okay, I have like a tiny bit of a protective instinct in me where like sometimes I'm just like, okay, but also like want make sure grill is taken care of. Like I have like a little bit of like a traditional gentleman flair in me where like I'm kind of like I'm a little bit I think it's probably something that like Netherbrand just instilled in me a little bit, but I tend to be a little bit more like protective over that way, because you know, maybe it's very old-fashioned, but I tend to be a little bit protective. Like with other guys, I'm like, okay, you cool, you can look after yourself, okay, you can do whatever, all right, like go, do your thing. You want to get your back cracked, go for it, right? But then other times, like I just want to make sure, like let's just make sure you're okay. Like take a hot second, you good? Okay, good. Now go about your business. You know? Right? Like, don't get me wrong. If you want to get railed, that's your own business, right? But also, I'm just like, let's just make sure you're good. You know? Let's just make sure you're alright. You good? You good? You good? Okay, cool. You know? Gentleman Incubus, right? It seems like the most weird backwards logic, but also like I'm just a little bit that way, you know? Both is good. Exactly. Both is great, right? Exactly. The Gap Moe's off the charts. Listen, I'm an incubus. Just because I'm an incubus doesn't mean I can't be a gentleman. Just because I'm an incubus doesn't mean look how well I'm dressed. Listen to the accent. Look, okay? I know that the British representation has not been very great in media as of late, okay? But there are still some gentlemanly qualities out there, okay? What accent? Why my German accent? My German accent. The one I use to deal with the thing, the problems, something, why yes, mein Gott, Mein Gott, mein Gott, Tata Buben. That's why you're so perfect. Hans, get the Flaschenwerfer. As a gentling, I agree. No, I think that like I think that a lot of people get really bogged down in like the discussion of what it is to be a gentleman. And I think that irregardless, I think carrying yourself with a level of civility is fundamentally the background of what I think is the idea of like positive masculinity. I'm not sure how I segued here, but like I think to a certain degree, I think that like regardless of anything gendered, I think that the fundamental idea of being a gentleman is carrying yourself with a level of civility and grace that is maybe not as commonplace, irregardless of whether you're interacting with like men, whether you're interacting with women, whether you're interacting with anything like in between or out there, you know. I think that there is a certain level of like control and grace that like that's there, you know. And just because of the fact that you choose to act in a controlled and like mannered way does not necessarily detract from like the masculinity of it. In fact, to me, you know, I find someone who is able to act like in a controlled manner and with a level of like civility more attractive than someone who tries to like bully and force their way through things. I think it's the idea of having an inherent understanding that power in a situation through intimidation or domination or force is just power for power's sake, whereas power with restraint exercised upon it is a mark of quality of that individual. So yeah, that's my opinion. Anyway, it's a mark of quality to that individual. Never mind. Never mind. That's a thing. Anyway, why do you guys get me talking about that? You're gonna get me cancelled, okay? Before you know it, I'm gonna. Come on, guys, we're going to get Tate Kingdom in here again. Come on, guys, we're going to get Base Tate Watcher 69 in here again, telling me how I'm a virgin. Come on, guys. Guys, stop getting me to talk about these, okay? I need to. Let me check my notes. I need to smack them hoes and open a cam studio. There we go. Damn it, guys. Got them. The audible page is the notes are incriminating. I love having props on hand, by the way, for just being able to randomly grab things and be like, yes, let me see. Yes, just being able to grab the Foley work is fucking based. I love this. I wish there was a way to involve Foley more within VTubing. It would be fantastic. Anyway, Kieran Cumi, thank you for the 8 months. Happy 8 months. Yippee! Happy. Thank you for the show and the concert. I had fun because we enjoyed each second. I hope you had fun because we enjoyed each second. Bye to you. Mom MC Zanny. Oh, goodness gracious me. No, I really loved getting to be a game show host. I hope we can do it again soon. In fact, I will probably be pushing to do more game show stuff. I will probably be pushing to weasel my way into doing more game show things. I really liked it. I think that me plus someone else makes a really good dynamic in game show stuff, and I think I can bounce off of partners really well. I'd be really curious to see how like me and Roscoe or like me and someone else. I think I work best in 3D when it comes to hosting things, but I do really want to weasel my way into more of it. So tee-hee. I like how much you want to do jokes. I mean, what can I say? I make most of them up on the fly, not even gonna lie. Tee-hee-hee. And Genesis Zoro, thank you for the Yowie full show. I am fueled for the next 6 months. P.S. Get Tanuki, lol. Bitch, what do you mean? You're not going to wait 6 months till your next meal. You're going to wait, like, less than 2. You realize that, like, the next meal comes in less than 2 months, right? Like, I understand that, like, I understand that you might be used to less, but you're going to be getting a meal in less than 2 months. Do I need to walk this through for my little jellies? It's less than 2 months you're getting your next meal. And it's very sizable. So, like, if you're already kind of full from that, then I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Come off the Ozempic real quick. I told you guys, didn't I say? We're not done yet. This was the starting gun for the summer for me. We are not done yet. This was the starting gun for the summer. Should we save our pennies? No, there's no merch or anything like that. No merch or anything like that. And I intend for, like, a lot of the stuff that I want to do going forward to just be on the channel and completely free of charge. There's, like, one thing that's going to happen in a bit, but, like, I'm not going to go into specifics about that yet. But no, the stuff that I want you guys to get fed for a little bit, again, I'm a strong believer in, like, not aggressively over monetizing. So I don't really want to put you guys in a position where you feel the need to save your pennies. And, like, again, I would rather have you guys stick to what you can afford. And if you guys want to support in one way or another, then I want you guys to have the freedom to do that. But if you aren't able to due to your situation, or maybe, you're just, splashing around and going in the shallow end of the pool, then I want to make sure that there's no inherent obligation, Maybe there'll be something that I need to, like, lean into a little bit because of the fact that, like, it's a bigger style of, like, event or something like that. But, like, I have my way of liking to do this work. I am the host of Club Netherbrand, and at the end of the day, I decide what the fuck comes through these doors. I decide what the fuck comes through these doors, and I decide what the model is that's presented to you guys. I don't give a shit who says that they think that they got a say in whatever, right? In the end, I am the fucking be-all, end-all, and fucking one that sets how this place is modeled and how it's done, right? Don't give a fuck about anything else. So yeah, I might be a little psychotic, and I might threaten people sometimes, and I might throw shit at times, and I might call people up at 2 a.m. sometimes and screaming, but at the end of the day, I don't think a normal person could handle you. I'm gonna be so real, jellies. I don't think a normal fucking person could handle you. I don't think a normal person would be able to deal with you. Can you imagine a normal VTuber dealing with you? I don't think a normal one would be able to handle it. Honestly, they'd break too easy. They'd kind of shatter. They'd snap a little bit too easy. They'd kind of fold. Like, I'm gonna be so real with all of you. Like, yeah, I'm already aware. They're like, yeah. Like, I am so sure that someone else having to, like, try and look after you guys for a bit. Like, they'd call us parasocial. See, that's the thing, though. They'd say something that wasn't true, or they'd say something that they didn't understand, and, then you'd call them fucking brain dead, and you'd be completely correct, but they'd be wrong. So, it's crazy. Are we too much? No. I think you're just the right amount. That's what makes us a perfect fit. If anything, it just leaves me hungry for more. Hell, I used to get told I was too much. Here's the thing. I'm used to being told that I'm too much. I'm used to being told that I'm like, that I do too much, that I'm too much in the room, that I'm like, whatever. So the fact that I feel like I'm too much for you guys sometimes, and you guys turn around and go, we too much for you, and we both are just sort of going, well, you're not too much for me. Am I too much for you? Like, no, you're not too much for me. Am I too much for you? Like, no, we both kind of want, I want more. Well, I want more too. Oh. Well, this is gonna be destructive. It's like that moment where it's like, am I too much? Like, we just kind of look at each other where it's like a sudden understanding. Oh dear. Oh dear, we're a perfect match. This is a match made in hell. I like to think that when you guys first like popped out of the crystal, and it was like that kind of thing where it's like, we've already decided the Incubus is a perfect fit, but we got to give this a trial run. It's that moment of us looking at each other, like the first little jelly that popped out of the crystal and into my little hands, and it's just us looking at each other and locking eyes. And there's just this long stare. Can you picture me holding a little jelly in my hands, just us staring at each other for a moment? And then a gentle little smile creeps across both of our faces. You let out a little squeak. I let out a little chuckle. And we go, oh, the world's never going to be able to forget this. We're just looking at each other, just like, oh no. Something's gonna... Oh no. Well, hello there. Where have you been all my life? T fucking he. Right as artist links, right, just like jellies piling out, just like, this is the Incubus, because again we have the bootstrap paradox in we kind of have the bootstrap paradox in my lore, where it's, you know, are the jellies a response to the Incubus wielding the crystal, or is the Incubus specifically the thing that the jellies were waiting for and were always like this, and this is the stars aligning? You know, it's the idea of like, are the stars aligning because I'm using it and I was bred specifically for it, or are the stars aligning because of the fact that the jellies have found the exact thing that they were looking for the whole time? You know, it's that thing where it's like, who was waiting for the other, or who's the response to the other? Was it that you guys were there the whole time and you guys knew because of the fact that time in the crystal is wibbly wobbly timey-wimey and you knew what you were waiting for? Or is it simply the thing that I was bred to just fit and slot right back in? It's the who was waiting for who and who's actually the response to who, you know? Like, how far in advance did you guys know that the Incubus was coming along, and did you not, or was this just a whole thing and neither of us will ever know? Neither of us will ever know the answer. So we're just sort of like, huh, well, one of us created the other. I'm not sure who. Well, one of us created the other. One of us created the conditions for the other to exist. I'm not sure which one, though. Match made in hell, yearning for each other. Exactly. Exactamundo. Jelly domination, indeed. And let me just quickly have a glance of Jelly Lab. Speaking of jelly domination, Jelly Dom. Alright, let me run it back real quick. Let me run it back real quick for you. Alright. Here we go. Pretty Pink, thank you for the Jelly Labs. Let's go. Officially been a week since I started watching your streams, which is allegedly how long it takes to form a routine. So here's to many more. Ooh, let's go. And of course, welcome to the community as well. I saw you swan your way on in, and I hope my jellies have been treating you very, very nicely. I see you've taken the place to like a duck to water though, so teehee. And of course, Quiet Kenna. Zanny, you did amazing today during the concert. I'm so proud of you and everything you did. I was so happy seeing you laugh with the other boys. Seeing you with Mlem made me so happy. I have so many screenshots. Get some good rest. Netherling beam. I know. There was rare pair activity. Hey guys, I'm gonna be so real with you. Sometimes I glance at whoever I was next to, and I know who your rare pairs are. So I'd think, hey, I'm gonna just do some nudges to them and do a little interaction with them. So that way you get some crumbs.
I know that some of you never get your rare pairs fed. So I tried to make sure that, like, I tried to interact with, like, as many people as I could when I could. So you got your rare pair crumbs. I was conscious of it. Don't worry.
Like, I wanted to make sure. You sneaky Incubus. Yeah. I mean, like, literally, like, you know, look at it this way. Malum and I have never done a one-on-one collab together, you know? Malum and I have never done a one-on-one have never been one-on-one together. Altus and I have never been one-on-one together. Like now you and I do some stuff, but obviously, like, you know, it's been 2 years. It's been like 2 years since Lucy and I have been one-on-one together. It's been like a year. It's been like a year and a half, maybe, since like a year, almost 2 years since like since Cass and I had done anything. Like, it's been a long while. It's been almost 2 years since Roscoe and I have been one-on-one together. It's been a while. It's been a long while. It's been a very, very long while, you know? Oh goodness. Hornboy, Altus and you. Yeah, I mean, like, Altus and I have actually never actually been. I don't even think that we've been like, I'm gonna be so real. I don't think Altus and I have ever actually been in a one-on-one conversation before. I don't think we have. I think that, like, no, we split a taxi one time about a year and a half ago, I think. Maybe like a year ago. It was I think we split a taxi together, but I don't think we've ever been in a one-on-one conversation, like, where it's just been the two of us hanging, you know? So, like, it was a long ass time ago, you know? It was a long time ago. So, like, he stayed up once. Yeah, we were on the server at the same time. Yeah, I didn't count that as like a proper collab though, because we didn't plan it out. We just happened to be both playing Minecraft at the same time, which was really funny. But like, yeah, no. It's definitely like a rare match, you know. It's interesting. It's definitely got me to the point where, like, I think I would really like to kind of maybe branch out a little bit and see what I can do. Normally, how do I put it? Normally, I like to keep to my own lane, right? Because kind of the deeper you entrench yourself, the more you end up having to deal with company stuff, right? And you know me, I don't want to deal with company stuff too much. I like to kind of keep my thing going, and I don't like the idea of letting, I don't like the idea of, like, you know, spreading myself too thin, and I don't like the idea of, like, opening too many doors. Because of the fact that, again, like, the way that I run the club is very much, it's something that doesn't always vibe very well with necessarily, like, further up the ladder, right? And, like, the way that I run things doesn't always gel very well with that thing. And obviously, like, I'm aware of the fact that, like, sometimes being a little bit too close to me when I come into, like, having to hold my ground or stand my ground for something, I don't like the idea that me having to be a bit bullheaded at times can reflect negatively on the people around me, you know? I don't like the idea that sometimes when I have to, you know, maybe put up a fight or maybe, like, turn around and, like, be a little bit rougher around the edges, it reflects negatively on the people who are adjacent to me. And I know that, like, a lot of people like to kind of theorize on, like, why I do the things I do, or, like, why I kind of step to where I go. But a big part of it is, like, and again, it's kind of a cultural thing, where if you stand too close to someone who's, like, making a bit too much of a racket or something like that, it can sometimes reflect negatively on those who are stood close as well. And I don't really ever want to put anyone who is just trying to, you know, do their own thing, make their own bag, do their, you know, do their own stuff. I never want to put them necessarily in a position where maybe their reputation or their whatever is, like, negatively influenced by by like me, you know, by me standing up for like me, one thing that like I believe in, or one thing that like another thing is. But also sometimes as well, on like the flip side, I also don't want to dim my voice when, you know, I see the things that I believe and want to push for. So it's kind of a thing where sometimes it's easier just to take that little step to you know, to kind of make sure that the only one that bears the consequences of my actions should be me, you know? The only one that bears the consequences of my actions should be me. So that's it. Not that like anything terrible has like fucking happened or anything like that. Like, God no. But like, I always like to think that the way I am, I'm very loud, I'm very bullheaded, I'm very harsh with the way I do things, and I'm kind of aware that like that can sometimes cause a little bit of splash damage. Oh goodness. So yeah. Oh goodness. So like that's definitely a thing. But yeah, no. I will say who's kind of caught my eye a little bit lately though. I'm gonna be very real. Someone at FSP has caught my eye a little bit lately, and I'm very, very curious, and I might like to abscond with him a little bit. Like, I might want to do something with him, and he's caught my eye just a little bit. I'm gently eyeballing, and I don't think he realizes that he's caught my eye a little bit. And I'm kinda interested in maybe absconding with him for a little bit, just a little, you know, seeing if we can do something fun together on like a stream or something like that. I do have a lingering eye, and like over the last like few days, weirdly, Malum's kind of caught my eye a little bit. Malum's kind of got me a little bit, like. The last couple of days, like, you guys already know about Ellie. I'm very curious about Ellie, but low-key, the last few days, Malum's kind of caught my eye a little bit, and I'm kind of like, huh. Lem, interesting. Interesting. You've caught my attention. You've caught my attention. Okay. Interesting. You've caught my attention. Oh goodness. Genie gonna grant you 3 wishes. What's your first wish? I wish for infinite wishes. Teehee. You did sneak into his closet for Sultan's game. True. But no, I'm very curious. These two would match each other's freak. Right, I'm very curious about his, I'm very curious about how freaky he can get. Because he's got a little bit of freak to him, but I don't think he's got anyone that, like, actually, like, matches his freak, you know, around him immediately. So I'm very curious. I kind of, it's cute. Will I finally get my wholesome, cute big bro and little bro dynamic? No. It's going to be more... Big brother, help! I'm stuck in the washing machine. Big brother, big brother, I can't sleep. Will you put me to bed? Or through the mattress? Like, oh goodness. Nah, there's no way that would be wholesome. There's no way Malum and I would be wholesome together. No way in hell. Oh, goodness. Step bro, I'm stuck. Step brother, help me, step brother. I'm lost. Oh, goodness. You're not in the UK now. It isn't illegal. Okay, fuck the UK though, right? Because, like, deadass, I'm gonna be so real. Like, I'm gonna be so real. I will look at my Game of Thrones and I will enjoy it. Okay, UK? I will play my Fire Emblem where I'm having the cousins marry and I will enjoy it. I will have the step siblings marry in my Fire Emblem Fates, and I will enjoy it. There is no way in hell that you will take away my Fire Emblem. I want to play Fire Emblem Fates. I like Fire Emblem Fates. I will play Fire Emblem Fates. Okay? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Simple as. All right? I know the canon is meant to be 𝓂𝓻 and Azura because they're like half siblings or something, or they're like cousins. They're cousins, that's it. They're cousins. So technically, the canon pairing for 𝓂𝓻 is actually his half sibling, or no, his half sibling, his cousin, right? Or his half cousin, or some shit like that, right? But the canon pairing for 𝓂𝓻 is incestuous, right? That is fact. That is fact. The canon pairing for 𝓂𝓻 in Fire Emblem Fates is incestuous, alright? So I will not sit here and listen to the UK's bullshit, okay? Let alone the fact that we already had the censorship of the translations of Fire Emblem, right? Where we had the version of fucking Saizo where they took away him ever mentioning the word murder in his fucking dialogue, and Baruka and Saizo were meant to be able to have whole conversations about the weight they felt from killing from their lord, but instead they just made them not talk to each other the entire game. So you know what? No. Okay? Let me have my political dramas where sometimes you have to get the cousins to marry in order to cement the power in the bloodline, right? Doesn't that mean the UK needs to censor their own history of monarchs? Okay, so like for those who don't know, the UK added this really dumb law in where they're like, what was it? Fictional depictions of incestuous relationships can be considered illegal, and you can essentially be like fined or imprisoned for possessing or watching any material that has like, they used very broad language for it to the point where like Game of Thrones qualifies, like Game of Thrones qualifies, like Fire Emblem qualifies, like it's one of those ones where they were very deliberately vague with the language so that they could implement it as and when they sort of felt like it. So it's one of those ones. Watching too, yeah. I like, don't get me wrong, this isn't like some like this isn't like, you know me. If this was fair, I probably would have turned around and been like, oh yeah, this is fair. But nah, this just feels like this feels like old people pushing pens, you know? But doesn't that qualify the Queen TV series? Yes, it does. yes, it does. Yes, it does. It does in fact qualify documentaries about the country itself as, yes. But they're very they're very like, the enforcement is the joke of it, essentially. Anyway, I'm getting too entrenched in those things, okay? But long story short, fiction is fiction, okay? And tee-hee. So okay? Anyway, nah, thank you for throws roses. What a wonderful show today, Zanny. The quiz was dirty. You were right. Blazeless for the win. God, it was beautiful. The jellies were feral for Yowie. Tee-hee. What can I say? I gave Ryazar a hell of a ride. And Reiko, you're amazing, sir. Hey, thank you, Reiko, the keeper of the Netherbrand, and thank you so much, and a big mwah to you. And speaking of perfumes, I may have ordered a small sample box from a niche Swedish brand I really like, because there was one particular one that screams your name, judging from the notes, and I got curious. Motherbrand got me a fancy scent. Motherbrand got me a fancy scent before I went to Japan, and I was like, you can't give this to me. How dare you give this to me? She's like, no, you're going on a business trip. You need to smell good. I'm like, I already have my regular cologne. You can't get me this. Don't do that. And don't do it. She's like, no. This is the one I've seen on TV though. And I'm like, no. Okay, fine. So it was that. It was that. It was that. She got me like a fancy cologne, and I'm like, how dare you do this? How dare? How dare? That's so cute. I'm like, I know. I wanted to check up on her before I left, so I did. But like, okay, but does it smell nice? It's really nice. It's Sauvage, and it's really, really nice. You got me fucking Sauvage, and I'm like, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm like, no. Why? No. Punts you. I'm like, how dare you get me something nice? I'm like, get loved, Incubus, right? The problem is now, though, I kind of just sit the bottle to one side and stare at it because it's too fancy for me to wear. It's like a... So like I now have the bottle and I sit it to one side because it's too fancy for me to wear, and I'm like, okay, now I'm just gonna stare at it. Get loved from our queen. Tee hee. Nah, this is mother brand all over. And wee, just for being you. Being here since the beginning and seeing how far you've come fills me with such pride and inspiration that sometimes I see myself crying and I feel myself explode from the inside out. Wherever you go, I'll follow you. You can never get rid of me. Well, damn straight, you're my jellies. Where the jellies go, the incubus follows, and where the incubus goes, the jellies are never far behind. That's the rule. This is the rule. It's the way it's gonna be. Like hell, you know you guys know I'd follow you guys straight back down to hell. I would. And a needy jelly. Is it bad I'm kind of extra clingy after the concert? I want you back home already. Well, darling, don't worry, needy little jelly. Don't worry. I'll be back home. Just give me a week and a half and I'll be back home, give or take. You know? Give me like 2 weeks and I'll be back. Like a little under 2 weeks and I'll be back. All right? And then I'm still going to be streaming at like regular times as well. And I'm still going to be trying to slot myself into whatever's convenient for you guys. You know, I'm still going to be doing my absolute utmost. I'll be streaming at this time. I might try and wake up a little bit earlier as well and like see if I can do some early morning streams. I'm actually really glad that like management is letting me go completely like mostly off schedule while I'm here as well because they're so busy. So they're just like, go wild, stream when you can, which is like, not gonna lie, giving me free reign to stream when the fuck I want is a dangerous decision. Giving me free reign to not have to have my schedule checked and just gun it when I feel like it. Ooh, that's kind of low-key unleashing the beast. They gave me permission. Low-key, that's kind of like when I got permission to track down my own perms. Ooh, that's a game changer kind of right there. I mean, it's only while I'm in Japan, but also like, when something like that happens, it's very dangerous. It's muchos dangerous, as the kids say, all right? Don't make them regret it. I plan to fully make them regret it, but do it in a sexy way. Oh, goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. Please don't do 12 streams a week. You never know. And a blue weirdo, thank you very much for the nether stare, blue weirdo. Mwah. Thank you, blue weirdo. Thank you so much. You absolute hecking sweetie, blue. Thank you very, very much. You cheeky little jelly staring at me in a devilish way. Evil, cute jelly staring. Nether staring, jelly staring starer. I don't have any further answers. Evil, cute staring jelly. I wish I had more to throw on, but no, evil, cute staring jelly. Grr. Oh, my days. And Liquisha as well. Thank you very much for the 7 months. Suzanne for the amazing concert yesterday. You have such a beautiful voice. I hope you keep singing and being the amazing idol that you are. Oh, I'm just getting started. That wasn't even the song that I actually could put power into, by the way. That wasn't the one that I put power into. That was one of the ones that, like, is further back now. That's something that I meant to say, by the way. I saw you guys, like, hypothesizing that one with Rai, the Blaze Lost Duet, was the one where I finally got to put power into, like, a thing. That wasn't. Like, no. That ain't the one, chief. Teehee. I'm gonna make you wait for it, though. Gotta find just the right moment. You gotta wait till things get a little seismic. Teehee. And of course, it's ta-da! Thank you very much for the 10 gifted jellies, darling, and a big mwah to you. The jelly can has been fired. Thank you, darling. Thank you. And of course, whoever have received the welcome to the Netherbrand did. And Hawthorne as well. Speaking of art, Krev did art of 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻. I saw. I'm going to send it to 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 when I get a chance. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻's like a little bit tied up at work these days. The last few days, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has been like hella tied up at work. Like, because I told you guys, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 runs like a bar in like the human realms. So 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻's been like a little bit tied up the past handful of days. So it's kind of been a thing where they've had like a lot going on. Because it's the World Cup season, isn't it? So like they're a little bit slammed at the bar because they don't own it, but they manage it. They run like the day-to-day there. So like they're a little bit slammed with it being World Cup season. So like it's a sports bar. So I feel like at this point I can just say that it's like I feel like at this point I can just say that it's like a preppy sports bar where it's just waitresses walking around with like cute like sporty outfits on and like serving beer. I feel like I could just say that. I feel like it's one of those ones, you know? It's one of those preppy little bars where like the it's one of the preppy little bars where like the waitresses are dressed all fancy and like preppy and like doing their thing. It's like one of those like those well-dressed sports bars. So, you know, cute girls, you say? Yes. Yes. A bar in Texas can go one of two ways. That's the better one. Yeah, it's normally sports bar or titty bar in Texas. I'm sorry. Those are like the binaries though, okay? Those are the two genders of Texas bars. Sports bar or titty bar. There's no middle ground, okay? It's either that you've either got like little preppy individuals walking around and doing their thing and like having to do whatever, right? And like or they've got like just booba out. They've just got booba and like and whatever. And it's there. Right? Although 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 does have to like deal with and like battle some of the waitresses sometimes. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has to like get into fights with them. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has to get into fights with the waitresses. Because like sometimes 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has to Alright, I'm not gonna be specific. But sometimes 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has to like low-key get ready to fucking like get into full shouting matches with some of the waitresses if they're trying to scam customers. Because like it'll be the whole thing where like some of them get a little bit shady with it and try and you know be like try and do the compensated dating thing and like and 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has to be like cut that shit out, you want to be a fucking harlot, do it on your own time, all right, stop trying to do that with the older customers. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 has to like walk in and like swat him with a newspaper. Be like, find somewhere else to market your OnlyFans. Listen, wait till you're off the clock. Look, if the customer's dumb enough to fall for it, then that's fine. But wait until you're off the clock to try and sell it, all right? If you're trying to sell it, wait till you're off the clock so that it's not reflecting on the institution, all right? Don't get me wrong. If some dumb older man wants to turn around and compensated date me, then I'm down for it, right? However, I'm not gonna be hustling while I'm on the clock, okay? Like, me having to bite my tongue when I'm showing up at a venue. This is like a true thing. I'm having to show up at a venue because like low key, like they didn't like super duper like desire, like need me there. But like they were like, oh, we might as well have them. And I'm like, okay. And I'm literally told like I'm putting in just an appearance really quickly and then I'm walking off. And I'm literally like walking in, doing one thing and then I'm leaving. So literally I'm gonna be like, all right, when am I off the clock and when am I on the clock? I've been like the Manisan. I'm like, when am I on the clock and when am I off the clock? And they're like, okay, so this is when you're in and this is when you're all right. And I'm like, okay, I'm letting you know this is going down to like the minute now, all right? Like the venue ain't been too like hype about me to begin with, so I'm just gonna walk in, just be like, yo, what's good? And then just go. I'm like, in, out. Oh goodness, I'm like, okay, I done my bit. Bruh, I will leave the second after my... Literally me, like, doing a retail job and waiting for the timer on the clock to, like, punch, so I can be like, okay, I'm gone. Oh, goodness. Clocking, like, it sounds like an advertising event. Literally, me being like, I do not shill. That is not done. I respect my jellies too much to shill, you know? Like, I don't... If it was something that I actually believed in and thought was, like, awesome and cared about, I would be down to, like, shill to you guys, right? The problem is that there aren't very many things I believe in and care about. Like, I believe in my jellies. I care about my jellies. But, like, the number of things I believe in, care about, and am passionate about is very, very short. So I kind of high-key, I'm like, if it's going to happen, it has to be, like, good, you know? It has to be, like, up there. It has to be, like charged, you know? It has to be good. It has to be gouged. It has to be gouged. Yeah. Exactly. And of course, Hawthorne. Speaking of art, yes, 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻. Yeah, I saw. I'm going to send it to 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 in a bit. And Genesis Zora. I'm sorry. My standards are high now. Teehee. Oh no, I raised Netherling standards to make sure they can't be mistreated in their existence. Oh no. Whatever will I do? How terrible of me, Jellies. Jellies, I hope you can find a way to forgive me for raising your standards so that you don't get mistreated by others. I'm so sorry. You're right. I should have kept your standards low so you never know when you're being mistreated. I know. Oopsie. There I go. Oopsie. I love how the stream turned into a Zatsu. Shut up. Shut up. I was excited to see you. Shut up. Yeah. Listen, I was like a little excited to see you maybe a little bit. Kind of, a little, maybe sort of a little, kind of, maybe a little, kind of, sort of, maybe a little. Maybe I was just like a little amped to see you. Maybe I was like, maybe I missed you. Maybe my jelly's swarming me. Like, maybe do a 3 hours later type beat. No, I might nudge the thumbnail though after we're done and be like, ooh, I tried to do thing, but it turned into a silly Zatsu. I'll be like, you know what? Let's even better. Watch me go. Watch this. We did it. And then I just put brackets and then I go post concert Zatsu. Boop. See, guys? It was always like that. What are you talking about? It was always like that. I'll even make a thumbnail while we're live. Let me quick, Canva, I choose you. Bruh. Canva, I choose you. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Exactly. Totally not a name change. Yeah, this was always a Zatsu, didn't you know? We're talking about like the gaming and we're talking about like you know, life and we're talking about how good the concert went. No, I'm really proud. I'm really proud. Like, I'm just glad. I'm just very glad. I'm just like, you get what I mean? Like, I'm kind of just vibing. We missed you so much, just swarmed with love. Exactly. Like it feels right. It just feels right to be back together with you, you know? Damn it, now I'm having conflicting feelings on how to fight you next week. See, you just love me a little too much. See. No, but for real though, I am so like, I am so happy about like just getting to do everything. It feels so right and so natural, and like it's kind of the beginning of things changing. And I know that like changes, it can be scary, but this is going to be one of those times where like the change is very good, and it's going to be very like, it's going to be very positive. I'm really excited because I've been working really hard on what's coming, and I've been planning stuff for such a long while. I'm just excited to finally get to show you. But you're still gonna have to wait a little bit for it. But like, it is what it is. What can I say? I can't hand you like the answers too easy, you know? But like, it's adorable, you know? It's adorable. I'm gonna give you guys the most busted, crusted thumbnail ever, by the way. This is what like, this is me in like 30 seconds of like, boop, boop, boop. I'm giving you guys like the cheapest thumbnail ever. I'm like hammering this out in like no man's business. Wait a minute. This is goated. This is my thumbnail game, bruh. This is my fucking thumbnail game. I'm so on it with my fucking thumbnail game. We had a concert. Boom. Boom. Bruh, this is me like sucking so much cock with this. It's gonna be so real. This is me being like generic VTuber thumbnail. Well, time to suck cock. It's like, wait a minute, time to gobble some glizzy. Wait, you know what? I'll do the thing where like I make the text like a really different color to the background light as well, and that way like I'll make it like bold, and then I'll make sure like the outline is like white as well, and then I'll make sure the text color itself is like a strong yellow. Wait, I'm doing like the VTuber thing where I make a very deliberately like kind of somewhat ugly but also like very deliberately eye-catching thumbnail, so that cause that's what we do apparently. So we're gonna just do that, and then we'll change this. And we now the piss text, right? The piss text. Yeah, the piss text. Speaking of which, do you only check the main art tag and the thumbnail tag for art, or do you check some of the less popular tags too? I normally check the Netherriz, and I normally check Nail on the Incubus. Okay, so I'm a little bit hesitant to use art that's not on Nail on the Incubus, because I always assume that like the art that's used in Nail on the Incubus is like art that has specifically been like nominated by the artist to be used by me for like thumbnails, right? And I know that like, and I know that like sometimes, you know, maybe you want to post your art, but you don't want to inherently have it used by the streamer, or maybe like you want to have like a little bit of like privacy with it. And to me, like I'm always a little bit like, I don't want to feel like I'm overstepping with artists by like maybe using like their art when they're not comfortable with me using it. So I usually like stick there, you know. And hey, Rizors stomping on in. Hey, you Rizors. How you Rizors? How you doing? How you doing, you silly little goofy goobs? Welcome. Get on in here. Tee hee. Welcome. But yeah, I try and look through my tags as much as I can. But like for thumbnails, I usually try and make sure that it's got Nail on the Incubus on it, or at the very least, like if it's something that like looks crazy good, and then I might have to be like poke. Hey artist, can I use this? Poke. But also like I try and do it in DMs, so like it's not public. Which like I know, oh no, VTuber DMs artist, blah, oh no, he's being terrible. But also like high key, if like I want to use art that someone's posted in like Netherriz, I'll just DM the artist privately, because I don't like the idea of like the inherent social pressure of like going up to them in their comments and being like, oh, can I use your art? By the way, everyone's looking at me. By the way, everyone's looking at you right now, so you can't say no. So like I always like, I think Yen was a good example where like, this is from like ages and ages back, where like I DM'd Yen because I was like, hey, you didn't tag this, but I'd really like to use this in a thumbnail. I'm just messaging you privately, so there's like no pressure for you to say yes or no. And that way, like, you know, it's all good. But if you do, I'll like properly tag you, and I'll make sure that like you're linked everywhere that I need to. So like, I just wanted to say without like any extra sets of eyes on you, you know, because I feel like it's kind of a respect thing for me. I don't know. I try and handle situations where like the other person has like no inherent, like, there's no inherent social pressure in that situation, because I'm aware that like the VTuber and like watcher and enjoyer dynamic can sometimes be very like very pressuring to people, and I don't ever want to put someone in that position where I'm like railroading them into a choice because of the fact that like I'm putting eyes on them, you know. So yeah, Teehee, sorry, that's me being a fucking nerd. So yeah, no. Sorry. That's like kind of trashy of me. But hi, Ryzors. Sorry, you caught me like mid-yap. So how was your time with Rai? Okay, Ryzors, I need you to snitch on Rai right now. What did he say about me? What did he... Ryzors? Cupcakes? What did he say about me? 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 Like, we can pause this whole ass stream right here. What do you say about me? Uh-huh. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Like, I'm waiting. You know? Listen, Cupcakes. Yeah, well, we want to know too. He said you were adorable. Love when Zanny's nosy. No one's snitching. What the fuck? Why are they so well trained? What the fuck? Okay, fine. Did Rai tell you that like did Rai tell you about the present he got me? Did Rai say that? Did he mention that he got me a Tenga as a gift for when he saw me? And said that he hopes that I use it and think of him? Did he mention that? Cupcakes? No, he didn't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. See? See? You know, yeah. Explain. Fucking Wild Dial. I see him for the first time in 6 months and he hands me a fucking thing. He's like, oh, I got you a present. And I'm like, yeah, it was a fucking sex toy. And he's like, oh, yeah, hope you think of me. And I'm like, okay, sure, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Love you too. Okay. He gave me an adult toy as a gift for seeing me again, right? He's like, oh, hope you think of me. And I'm like, thanks, friend. This is how I like being reintroduced to my friends. Oh, goodness. Or like, I mean, you are an Incubus. I mean, that's true, but like, also, what do they join you? And also, on the flip side as well, also on the flip. Also, to be fair though, we were cuddling this morning as well. That was really cute. So like we were, for those of you who care, we were cuddling this morning. We were on like the little sofas inside the FSP building waiting to get like changed for like the show. And we were both really tired. So literally I just like put my head on his arm while we were just both laying on the same sofa. And we just like ended up just chilling there with our like, just like kind of like chilling and doing our thing. I knew it. I knew they were cuddling this morning. Blaze Lost shippers never starve. I think they're disgustingly well fed, honestly. Blaze Lost enjoys are so well fed, okay? Because Rai and I are just two very tactile and affectionate people, just like on our own, and like even outside of all this. So it's just whenever we talk about each other, it's like, oh yeah, so this one time when Rai was just casually sexually harassing me, like, oh yeah, so this one time when Rai just randomly decided to walk up to me and grab my tits. So this one time when Rai just randomly grabbed my ass. So like this one time when Rai just gave me, just threw a sex toy at me. You know, that kind of thing. When the Blaze Lost collab stream, we need it. We said we wanted to do something sometime next week, so that's like on the menu. That's on the menu for like next week. That's on the menu. That's to be decided. Oh goodness. And Celestia, thank you for the super. You're too much for Sweetie. That's what. And 𝓂𝓾𝓻, thank you for the super as well. Random thought. What if the rest of the world's machinations were trying to keep us apart, but our desire to find our perfect match was stronger than those forces, and we found each other despite everyone fighting against it? I think that's pretty damn beautiful, if you ask me. I think that we ran into each other just when we needed to, and I think all of the stars aligned as close to perfect as they could be, you know? I think that there's so many variables in this world, and I think that everything lined up almost perfectly for us to have what we have. So, you know, I think that that things have gone almost as well as they ever could have. I'm just very happy. I'm very, very happy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just so happy that I get to spend my time with all of you. It's a real blessing. Like, such a blessing. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻. Stick figure ass thumbnail. Right? Do you like my thumbnail? Do you like my thumbnail? I updated it on the fly. I made sure to, like, kind of bish bash bosh jobs are good and, like, smack my thumbnail together, because we're meant to be doing potion craft, and now apparently I'm doing a Zatsu. So who'd have thunk? Didn't mean for it to go this way, but, like, he said the choreograph for ASO was meant to be spicier. We did, like, literally, we kind of just looked at each other and we were like, so we talked it through in, like, 3 minutes, and we're like, oh, we're gonna do this, yeah, we're gonna do this, okay, you're gonna do this at some point, oh, this bit's gonna be here, and we were kind of just like running it through as quick as we could, and then we were like, okay, then let's just go it. And we didn't like plan out very much. Like, we said that we wanted it to be like really, really spicy, but literally we only did like one quick walkthrough after we did it. Like, we literally just looked at each other, gave a little nod, gave a quick walkthrough, like, this to this, and then this to this, and then maybe like this kind of thing, and you're gonna do this at some point, and I'll just do something, and they're like, yeah, and then we just ran for it from there. Literally, it was just one of those ones where we just kind of looked at each other and just figured it out on the fly. So it was really good. But no, I would love to do some very spicy choreography, you know? He said he could go further back and for longer. Listen. Listen, all right? The music dictated the timing. I know he could go further back, and I knew he could go for longer. But I'm very, very happy with what we did get there. The thing where it's like, you know, where like he's leaning back, and I've got my coat, and I'm behind him, and I'm sort of just like running my hands down his arms, and kind of like beginning to feel along his back and like along his sides. Like, I don't know, that was very spicy. You know, I'm just kind of crouched behind him, my face just kind of like gently over his neck. You know, like I thought that was very sexy of us. I thought that was very enjoyable. Thought there was some big sexo there. Like, it's very cute. It's very cute. It's very, very cute. I'm happy you guys are doing choreography. The orc swing's cute, but I like you guys are more coordinated in dancing, and the details don't go unnoticed. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a time thing. When we get more time, we're able to put in like more effort, you know? And like when we get more hours in the studio, we're able to walk through and do more stuff and plan things out. So like, that's a big part of it. So like, as FSPEN grows, we get more time in the studio, and obviously like I mean, I'm going to be so real. You know me, I don't really tend to dance around things with this. You know how it is. The more like the more the talent is like supported and the company grows, etc., it means that our parent company then is put in the position where they have to give us a little bit more attention. And then when we're given a bit more attention, it means we get more time in the studios. When we get more time in the studios, it means we get more time to plan stuff and grow stuff and do all of the stuff there. And then like when that happens, in turn, it means that we're able to maybe like get new opportunities, which in turn then makes us more important to the parent company, which then means the parent company like puts more time into us, etc. So it's one of those ones where it's like a bit of a feedback loop, where like having more time having more opportunities and having the ability to make things more polished depends on us having the time to make things more polished, which means that we've got to be better to make things more polished so that we're able to get the opportunities to make things more polished, you know? It's that classic like catch-22, you know, where we're able to make things more polished when we get the opportunity to make things more polished. So that was good, you know? But I also think that one thing that we kind of have at FSP is that like a lot of people here are very good at like taking whatever pieces they can on the fly and sort of just stringing them together into something, you know? Whether it's sort of just making a Zatsu stream out of like a cup and a ball, or kind of inventing like new cool things to do while on stream, or, you know, running through and just making a quick little like dance choreography off of like 3 minutes, one song, and hey, I'm gonna go on my knees at some point, go behind me and go wild, like, you know, it's a really good thing. Hey, and Party Princess Simone, Otsu to the concert. Also, I wish you a happy Father's Day to you, you beautiful girl dad. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, it's Father's Day today, let's go. Incubus time, Incubus time. Oh goodness, it was good, it was good. I'm really happy, you know. Yeah, the improvs were so good and natural. Hey, it's shoving Rai and I together. It's kind of it kind of just really works naturally. Like I said, Rai means the fucking world to me. He is such a good friend. I am very, very grateful, and like I said, like we've always just slotted together really, really well. It's fantastic. Oh goodness. Teehee. Almost forgot it was Father's Day. Right, like my days. Don't worry guys, if you don't have a father, Incubus is here. Don't worry. If anything, if you don't have a father, it makes you more likely to be the victim of the Incubus. My days. My days. Thanks, Dad. Happy Father's Day, Zatsu. Oh, goodness. You're right, but still. Anyway. My days. And of course, Necroyasha, thank you for the 10 gifted jellies. A big mwah to you. A big mwah. And of course, we have received. Welcome to the Netherbrand from among the cupcakes. Welcome on in, cupcakes. Teehee. Welcome on in. Careful, the Netherlings might drag you into the back. They might take you there. Wait, does that mean you adopted me? Thank you, Dad. Sure. You're adopted now. Do I get like stuff from the state now? Do I get like child benefit? Where's my child benefit? Bro came from my neck for no reason. That thing when you make a throwaway comment and then suddenly you realize you've lost your fucking mind. I'm still pissed, by the way, about that tanuki. I'm still deeply hurt by the existence of that tanuki, by the way. Deeply hurt by the existence of that fucking tanuki, okay? I want you to know that. My days. I was cheated by that stupid tanuki, alright? I was doing fine. Everything was good until they turned around and threw that stupid thing in there. And I was dying. What the helly? The absolute helly. My days. My days. Right, I was cheated, right? The raccoon was close enough. Exactly. That was a raccoon. You can't... Thank you. I said dog and raccoon. It was so close. I was cheated. I should have... Who's gonna guess tanuki, right? Right. It's fine. I was the host for most of it, so I don't count. It's cool. I was the host. I got dragged in at the last minute. Oh my goodness, Krev, thank you for the 26 months, darling. Thank you. I hope that you guys all really enjoyed the concert, though. It was something where a lot of people put a lot of work and a lot of effort into it. So I really would love to see us do more events like this in the future, even if it's not necessarily like the most tightly planned out sort of like event, or it's something that's a little bit more casual, or maybe something that like is more formal. Even if it's one of those fancy higher budget events with like maybe with like tickets or something like that, I would really love to see us sort of like do that, and it would be a good opportunity to like launch some stuff as well and kind of jettison forward. So I would love to see what opportunities could await us, and I think there's a lot of very, very fun things that are due to happen. And you know, I know personally that a certain set of cupcakes are going to be well looked after. And I also know some Netherlings are going to be well looked after as well. So like, I don't know. I would dare say that these are going to be two very spoiled little sets of cousins that are going to be very well looked after and very well spoiled in the coming months. If you ask me. Oh goodness, right? Huh? What? I'm just saying. I know Ryzar loves his Ryzors. Okay, I know that. Rai loves his cupcakes. What's wrong with me turning around and like stating the obvious? You know? BL Manasan has done a good job. The fact that like Rai and I share a Manasan and like is something that is very good, you know? Ready to be rotund jellies. Ready to be rotund jellies and cupcakes. I love that art of like the jellies and the cupcakes like sat next to each other holding hands and like melting. That's like one of my favorite like pieces of art, by the way, of like the mascots, where it's like the Netherlings and the Ryzors just sat next to each other, and like the Netherlings like resting its head on the Ryzor, and like they're just sat next to each other being cute. Like it's one of my favorite little pieces. Sorry, little yawn. You did amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Honestly, getting to be the host of the game show segment was really, really fun. Getting to sprint around and like have that much energy as well. You don't realize like how much energy you burn sprinting around hosting a segment. Because like, you know, it was like running to one team and doing a thing and then running to the other and having to like yap and be like all myself, my Incu self. It was good. EP Incubus, yeah, it's just gone midnight, but like also I kind of want to get something to eat, which is kind of terrible because I've already had a bento today, but also I got food with Rai I got food with Rai like 4 hours ago, but I also kind of want a snack before I go to bed as well. And I'm like, oh no, am I gonna, but then again, I have been doing a lot today and I've been running around a lot today, so like maybe I should get like a little snacky snack from the Conbini or something. Like some protein, more protein. Yeah. Actually, I do need to get some protein bars or something like that because I haven't had like a ton of protein today. So that's probably it. Probably like a little midnight Conbini run. What if I made a little midnight Conbini run and moved my laptop to my bed and I watched a movie on it? What if I did that? What if I did that and gave myself like a little snacky picnic while watching something on like my laptop? That might be really cute, right? And tomorrow I can sleep in as well, so that'll be really cute. And hey, it's Tata! Thank you for the 5 gifted jellies. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you, darling. And a big mwah to you. Hey, and Serious Tata as well. Thank you very much for the 2 months. Just popping in to say that the concert was so good and you did such a good job. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that. Actually, I have been working out as well. I've been using the resistance bands as well, so my biceps are like kind of low-key hella sore. Because like I've been, here we go. 1 sec. So like I've been using the 35-pound like resistance band to like just sort of do like some bicep curls on it, and like low key, like it's actually been such a nice workout. Like the resistance band has been such a nice workout because like here we go. Because like not even gonna lie, it's like it gives enough of that like resistance with what I'm doing. Ugh. For me to like carry all the way through, and the hammer curls are just so nice. You get off of them. That and on top of the concert, yeah. I mean, like, you know, gotta make sure my arms look good. I gotta make sure my listen. My arms have to be strong to hold all of the jellies. that jellies need to have like an incubus with good arms. Resistance bands are more for stretching, right? So it depends on the ones that you get. So there are resistance bands that are more designed for stretching, but there are also ones that are designed for building up strength. So one of them is like, you know, the resistance to like build up muscle and stuff like that. So for example, I got ones that are made for building up strength. So they range from like 35 pounds that are made for you to be able to like carry around while traveling. So you can like, you know, work out no matter where you are. So like these are like for like bicep curls and stuff like that. But then on the flip side, where is it? Here it is. But then like on the flip side, you've got these, I don't know if you can hear these. You've got these 125 pound resistance bands, right? So they're like again, their resistance weight is like 125 pounds, but the idea is that you're meant to be able to do like deadlifts with them and stuff like that. So like they take a bit of effort, but if you like put them down here, and it's a different type of like resistance, just regular lifting as well, because like you're constantly getting pulled down by the weight of the resistance band. I found it really good for me personally, but like, yeah, here we go. There we go. So I'm kind of just like deadlifting 125 right now, which isn't that much, but like you're able to like kind of get some rows in and just sort of do your thing. Yeah. Which like again, it's not like near my PB, but like it's fair enough, you know? So yeah, if you can just like do something, it gives you something to do, you know? Gets the muscles to work. Plus, you know, I'm not too stressed about not going to the gym for like 2 weeks, because it takes 2 weeks for your muscles to begin to atrophy. So, long as I'm doing my thing, I can hit it when I get back. Plus, I'm in like the best shape of my life right now. And I'm going to hit the gym with Rai at some point next week as well. So, it all works out. I'm treating this as an opportunity to treat myself. It's fine. I'm literally in like the best shape of my life right now, so I'm not too stressed with it. Not watching the stream and just listening feels very intimate. Oh, that sounds spicy. Tee-hee. Tee-hee-hee. Tee-hee-hee. All right, but I do think that on that note, this is a good chance for me to start winding down. I am feeling a little peckish. I am feeling a little hungry. I am feeling a little ready to start winding down for the night. So with that in mind, I hope you guys have enjoyed our little post-concert Zatsu. And of course, I hope that you have all had a very, very delightful time. I will be back, not tomorrow, but the day after, with a little bit of a chill down, I should say. A little bit of a chill down from doing a little, we'll be doing a little coffee date. Long and short, we're doing our coffee date. And I'm going to be chilling down tomorrow because we spent so much time doing like Hearts Ablaze stuff and just being so busy. So hell, we're overdue. I think we're just so overdue for like having a little bit of a chill time. So heck, with that in mind, I am going to go get some food, do a little midnight Conbini run. I don't know, get some protein bars or something and enjoy while watching old reruns of The Sopranos. But I instead will leave you in the hands of the very capable Nayuta Umbridge. So we're going to go raid my little co-host of the game show segment. So do be sure to give the alien some little squishes from me. And I'll see you all far, far sooner than you think. So until the next, stay comfy, stay cozy. I've been Zander Netherbrand, and you've been my dear sweet Netherlings. And good night for now, my dear sweet mortals. Mwah. Hey, and Bunmoe, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you, Zan. You're amazing. The concert was so great. Take care. Mwah. Thank you, Bunmoe. Thank you very, very much. And hecking, thank you to all of you. Thank you all for supporting me. Thank you all for supporting FSP. Thank you all for just doing your thing. Thank you for being a part of the club. Thank you for being the thing that is always by my side. With you, I still have my other wing, you know? With my Netherlings, I never needed a second wing.